And now I'm recording.
Thanks, YouTube.
That's how all of these videos start with. Now I'm recording. The victims were Hifumi Yamada and Kiyotaka Ishimaru. The cause of death for each was a blow to the head. It is thought that they were both killed with a similar weapon.
Investigation 3.
You know, I've really gotten into black coffee, no milk, just sugar. Just so you know.
Mm-hmm. Good to know. That's
Lauren
it?
makes good coffee.
Thanks.
Thank you for the coffee.
You're welcome.
Hi, YouTube. That's it?
Very strange.
Very strange.
Yeah, last stream, we
finished the Chihiro trial the time before that.
Yeah.
Last stream was all investigating the third floor and then everything with the murders. So now we're just starting the investigation. And depending on how long this goes, we might do the trial.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. But
the night is young. It's Friday night.
Yeah, so last stream was basically us getting back to daily life and finding out about Alter Ego, the computer.
Trying to hang out with Taka, but he won't. Peppermint mocha coffee.
Delicious.
Yum yum. I love a pepper. I was just telling you this the other day. I don't usually get into a mocha, but when there's mint in it, I say, the toothpastier the better.
I have a chai. And that's
drink
what
check. Anyway,
drink check.
I have coffee and water. I didn't read that line.
Yummy.
Yeah, it's pretty strange. We got way less information this time than before.
That is no problem. After all, the events of this case unfolded before our very eyes. We should know...
Why did you not make it the way where you brewed the milk with the coffee?
That would be weird. We should know more about what happened than the Monokuma file could, anyway.
A cucumber seltzer. Is it an aha? I think we had the cucumber aha.
I think the strawberry.
Strawberry cucumber, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well,
there's something
Spindrift.
else that's bothering me. Ooh, Spindrift is good.
Never had it.
Someone else has been missing for quite a while.
Where is Monokuma and Kyoko?
Without a doubt, she has an alibi for when Celeste and Hifumi were attacked. But what if the killer wasn't acting alone? What if they had an accomplice?
We were talking about this off stream, and I told you that at this point in the game, there are no official rules in the e-handbook for how accomplices work. Mm-hmm. So,
which is good to know.
Yeah.
It could be anything.
An accomplice! An accomplice?
What are you doing here?
I gotta warm up my Monokuma voice. Don't be rude. I'm here to answer your question. What question?
Yep.
You're talking about accomplices, right? I'm pretty sure I explained it before, didn't I? During the first class trial.
speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear, if there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
So you ask. So I shall answer. Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
So in other words, two people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
Then there's no way anyone would work together.
Mondo!
In other words,
So basically, you can be an accomplice if you want, but there's no gratification in it.
so then,
So are you saying nobody worked together this time either?
hey,
Sorry, can't answer that. It would obstruct the free exchange of information between you guys. I just want to make sure you don't forget, no matter how much you might assist in a murder, only one blackened can graduate. An accomplice gets nothing!
So in other words,
Then we only need to figure out who that one blackened is that did the killing, right? Just like normal?
well,
Okay. Let me take this opportunity to clarify the whole shebang. In this class trial, what you need to determine is the one true blackened who devised the murder plot and put it into action. The true blackened? So just one person?
well now.
That's enough for explainifying. Now it's down to the final battle between all of you and the blackened. Good luck to all the contestants. So there can only be one blackened. An accomplice wouldn't benefit. Then I can't see any way Kyoko would be connected to this case after all. You may be right.
If that's true, then... Kyoko! Where are you?
Kyoko, do... What?
Where are you?
However,
I can't remember their last name.
Kirigiri-san, where are you?
There we go. As long as she's not connected to the case, it doesn't matter. Let's get back to the investigation.
Indeed.
I have absolutely no doubt that Hiro is responsible. But for the time being, I suppose it can't hurt to pursue further information. You know, don't you think we consider a certain someone a suspect just in case?
Me?
I'm talking about the murderous fiend, Genocide Jack. Oh, what? I'm offended. Cat?
Kya? You. When did you...
I've been looking all over for you, Master. When I woke up, you were nowhere to be found. Anyway, you there, milk sack swimmer girl. Milk sack?
You gotta be kidding.
Why do I gotta be a suspect? Well, I mean, you are a serial killer. So what? I'm like a special guest suspect every time? I have an alibi, you know.
I love that phrase, special guest suspect every time. She's right about that.
She's got a she's got her set motive and her set modus operandi.
Yeah.
That's
When
the
we
word I was
heard
looking for.
Hifumi scream, she was with me. And when the bodies disappeared, she was still lying unconscious in the equipment room. Plus, Taka's body aside, I can't imagine any way she would have been able to move Hifumi's body.
Okay. Besides, I calculate every move I make. I'm not gonna kill someone when everyone knows what I look like. They don't call me the murderous fiend for nothing.
What are you saying?
That's not the kind of thing you should be bragging about.
Let's see.
On another topic, should we post the guard by the bodies like before? We can't have them disappearing again.
so then.
Hina and I can handle that. You don't mind, do you, Hina? Sure. I'd be totally useless on the investigation anyway.
It's all clear now.
Then that's that. Let's begin. This whole thing is so strange. All but one of us has an alibi, so figuring out who did it should be obvious, right?
Right?
But maybe it's just me, but I don't think it's gonna be as straightforward as it seems.
It's good to know for me, the player, as well. Now, let's take a look at these over here.
There are hammers of all different sizes hanging on the wall, although some are more like mallets. Mallets? Could the justice hammers have been designed using these as a model?
Alright, Makoto.
Sorry, sometimes he's so stupid that it feels like I got hit by a car. Here's what I don't understand and maybe missed in the lore. Shouldn't they all be really excited to be accused of murder? Why would they be excited about that? Shouldn't they all be excited to be accused of murder?
I mean, because if they're accused, because if they get it wrong, if they pick the wrong person, everybody dies. Except
Yeah.
for the one person who actually did it. No, they have to go,
The
they have
only
to
way-
do it. The
yeah,
only way
you-
you can go free is if you kill somebody and then get away with it.
Yeah, if you kill someone and get away with it, you go free and everyone else dies. If they catch you, then you
die.
as the killer are executed and everyone just keeps living in the school.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So, yeah, that's okay.
Either way, all the hammers here have obviously seen a lot of use. They're all covered in debris and chalky stone powder, also known as fucking chalk.
No, you've got to be the one who did it. And
Oh, yeah.
the last two. So
Hifumi and Taka are dead. The
Yeah.
fanfic boy and the ultimate moral compass. Also, well, here, once we get through this, we can... For some reason, this one hammer isn't dirty at all, and it's wet. Did someone wash it recently? Nice. Yeah, if you want to pull up the report card, we can do a quick life check. Although you can clearly
yeah,
see
you can
those
clearly
two guys.
see Hifumi on the ground. Yeah. It was weird. It was like there was a giant robot guy in a
Again,
suit.
well, it'll.
Life check.
I think when you talk to Sakura, she will literally go through everything that happened. So
Got it.
yeah,
So Makoto.
Makoto's alive. Taka, oh, they haven't updated. This is out of date, but Taka is extremely dead. Alive, killed Chihiro and executed. Killed Sayaka and executed.
Just
Dead.
died. Unknown whereabouts.
Allegedly the killer, but we'll see. Killed by
Yep.
Leon. Alive,
Missing.
but missing. We
don't
haven't
know where
seen
she
her
is.
since the very beginning, I think, when we were like, where is everyone? Where's Celeste, etc. And Kyoko was there in the dining hall.
Yeah. And then we was split up to go investigate, and we found Celeste, who had been attacked.
Yeah. So Kyoko has an alibi for Celeste getting hit with a hammer, but we don't know anything past that. Hina's alive. Toko's crushing it every day. Sakura's epic. Celeste is Celeste.
You know.
Spear of
And then-
Gungnir
Yeah.
clonked with dumbbell.
So, yeah. They're fine.
Hifumi and Taka?
Yeah. There are many aspects to the incident this time.
We just
Too many, to be
settle
honest.
in with my coffee.
Considering that, it may be good to look back on everything that's happened. Thank you, Sakura. Some people missed the stream last time. Would you like my help?
Yeah, this was why I was like, don't worry too much about recapping.
Okay.
Yeah, let's look back on things.
This morning, only 4 of us met at the dining hall. Hina, Kyoko, you, and myself. We waited for the others, but nobody showed up. She's so thoughtful, so we decided to go look for them. It was around 8 o'clock when we began our search. And soon after we split up, Kyoko disappeared. After that, Hina found Celeste in the rec room on the 3rd floor, then quickly came and got you and me. According to Celeste, she was attacked by a suspicious individual and lay unconscious for about an hour.
And why was he a suspicious individual? Because he was suspicious and there was only one of him.
Uh-huh. You get to say this part.
In other words, she was attacked an hour before we found her. Meaning just after 7 o'clock.
Based on the picture Celeste took, we discovered her attacker was dressed in a strange costume. It was Robo-Justice. It also became clear that this Robo-Justice had dragged Hifumi away.
Was there... I feel like Robo-Justice was mentioned somewhere before.
I don't remember it being...
I will say, I might be thinking of the show.
Okay.
I don't remember.
After meeting up with Toko
Yeah, I
and
don't know.
Byakuya, we all began searching for the costumed assailant. We found an injured Hifumi in the library on the 2nd floor. Took him down to the nurse's office on the 1st floor, then resumed our search. But not long after leaving the nurse's office,
What's wrong?
I saw a shadow. Something moved around at the top of the stairs.
If you weren't here last time, I can just tell you right now that there was a 99% chance that when Celeste said that last time, the audio clip that they played was because they played that about 50 times.
Based on Celeste's noise, we went back up to the 2nd floor, where we split up and began searching. Then, right after that, Celeste screamed. This time, she had apparently seen the subject on the 3rd floor.
The suspect.
Hearing her screams, we quickly made our way to the 3rd floor.
And it played that very weird sound effect.
Celeste, what's wrong?
That was a rather intense scream for someone like you.
I saw him, this strange costumed man. He ran off as soon as I screamed. I was blocking the stairs, so he headed further down the hallway and disappeared. And then...
Huh?
What was that? That came from downstairs. It must have been...
that was Hifumi, not her. Never mind.
He's in the nurse's office. This is bad.
This is bad. Come on, we have to go back. At that point, we decided to split up into 2 groups. Celeste, Hina, and I went back to the nurse's office. Meanwhile, you, Byakuya, and Toko pursued the suspect up on the 3rd floor. And when we got back to the nurse's office, we found Hifumi's corpse. Which is also when we heard the body discovery announcement play.
I left Celeste and Hina alone and headed back to the 3rd floor to tell the others what had happened.
But at the same time, we had discovered Taka's body in the equipment room, which means Hifumi and Taka's bodies were discovered right around the same time. Because I remember hearing the body discovery announcement play right after finding Taka.
And that's when I showed up and told you and Byakuya that Hifumi had been killed, right? Then you, me, and Byakuya all headed back to the nurse's office, leaving behind Toko, who had fainted. But as soon as we left the physics lab, we ran into Celeste, who just arrived to tell us something very unusual.
Hifumi's body has disappeared!
We hurried back to the nurse's office to discover that his corpse was in fact gone.
Then we remembered we had abandoned the unconscious Toko and rushed back to the
Real
equipment
nice,
room.
everybody. This can't be happening.
Are we hallucinating all this or something?
This time, Taka's body had disappeared. So from there, we began our search for both of the missing bodies. And after some time...
Celeste told us she'd found the bodies, and we all headed to the repository. And there we rediscovered the two
And there
bodies.
we rediscovered the 2 bodies that had apparently vanished. Sorry, I interrupted you, Sakura. And that brings us up to now.
Looking back, things have certainly been very active. If you want to look back at the case again, just let me know. I'm fine, anytime. Yes, you are. Thank you, my friend. So, the killer presumably dragged both of these bodies here into this room. Yeah, thank you, Sakura.
Thank you, Sakura.
One thing I keep noticing is how much of this is motivated by Celeste and Celeste's reaction to things. Interesting. Hey, Makoto, I've been thinking about something. It's about the repository.
Huh? What is it?
Well, I keep thinking I'm going to say suppository, and that's something completely different from a repository. Anyway, after Hifumi and Taka's bodies disappeared, we split up to look around, right? I was really scared, so me and Sakura stuck together. And we came right to this repository to, look around. When we got here, the repository was locked. We couldn't get inside.
It was locked? I don't know why I'm asking that. I know that, personally.
It was locked when we first started looking. And we came here as soon as the search started.
Makoto probably also took a day off. Or we were off for 2 days. Whatever.
So there's no way someone could have beat us
Not
here.
important.
So if that's true, then who locked it? And why is it unlocked now?
I wonder the same thing. The door was locked when the search for the bodies began, but now it's wide open. There might be some secret lurking in there. But I'll probably have to leave this area to figure it out. God damn it.
Anything?
Why is this mystery all over the fucking school? This sucks.
I think Sakura didn't say that happened last time, is that we found their bodies, and then Hina went and kneeled by Hifumi and, cried, and he actually woke up for a second.
Yes, he did wake up, and he said something very weird. He
said, I met you guys before, and it's like his memory's all screwed up, he was hit in the head, and then...
He said, before I met you all, I met you all. Hina said, who killed you? He said, the one who killed me was Yasuhiro.
He said, Yasuhiro. And then he went into the light, and he died.
Aww. Byakuya, do you really think Hiro did it?
I don't see how anyone could think otherwise. When the attacks and murders and disappearances all happened, every one of us had an alibi. And the last thing Hifumi said when he died...
Yeah, he said Hiro's name.
In other words,
Then there is no room to suspect anyone else.
Okay, but if he did do it, why would he hide his identity with that weird costume?
Maybe he thought that no matter what happened, he'd be safe as long as his face was covered.
Why would he think that? Oh.
Because he's the fool of the century, you see.
Thanks for answering my
I
question.
mean, why wouldn't he think that, though? Why would wearing a disguise not hide your identity?
No, it would, but I guess there's so few of them, I guess in my mind I'm like, well, what good would that do? But if everybody else hasn't, you're just banking on in the confusion. Other people maybe don't have alibis. I don't know.
I mean, he is kind of dumb. And that's me saying that. But do you really think that's enough to explain it?
Yeah, there's something fishy going on.
I feel like there's a clue hiding in there somewhere.
What a surprise.
And is that it? That's all that bothers you about the case?
Well, no, there are a few other things. Like, why did the killer try to hide the bodies?
They probably figured if we couldn't find the bodies, we couldn't complete our investigation.
But if that's the case, we found the bodies pretty easily, didn't we?
Again, it comes back to the fact that the culprit was a moron.
See, this is just twisting the facts. This is just twisting the facts to suit the case, which is not, you don't want to do that.
It's bad detective work.
Bad detective work.
Or is it?
Is that really all there is to it?
Yeah, I mean,
Smug and wrong?
I'll be the
You're gonna
first
be
to
smug
say
and
that
wrong?
Byakuya can absolutely go fuck himself.
Oh, yeah.
The other thing that oh wait, this is a conversation between two male characters. What am I doing? The other thing that bothers me is, why'd they bother killing two people?
What?
Because all the rule says is, if you kill someone and get away with it, you graduate, right? So if you're the killer, your number one priority is not getting caught. But killing two people means more clues, more chances you'll get found out.
Hold on. Perhaps.
I think, yeah. I mean, we've got a robot with hammers, but there's the hammers and the robot do not necessarily need to be connected. It's entirely possible there are two killers.
I see. So that's what that means.
Is everything okay?
That's enough.
Don't talk to me as if we're friends.
I feel like we're getting along a little bit.
Huh? What's with the attitude?
But you have my appreciation.
Goodbye.
Thanks to you, I might have some fun with this after all.
Where is that wow from?
I'll show you where. I will show you exactly where it's from. Here, let me put a. Do I have a source? A Chrome source? I do. Oh, I don't use Chrome anymore. Whatever, that's fine. Here. Yeah, let me delete that.
Browser source?
That's a different thing.
Okay.
Here, window capture. Let me make sure that I'm not on super secret
I'm in some
social
dark
security
tabs.
number tabs.
Oh. Should have known it was Dota.
Yeah, it's this.
Creepwave would comply, but it's not. Oh, DD Rune picked up Ferrari on the back foot. Puppy is doing it. Left, right, and center. Making things happen. Ferrari, that's the phase shift.
He's gotta use it soon. He will. Wow.
He's got to use it soon. He will. Wow. Use it soon. He will. Wow.
Yeah, I knew it was a big volume.
Wow.
DD Rune picked up Ferrari on the back foot. Puppy is doing it. Left, right,
and
and center.
center.
Making things happen. Ferrari,
Hurry.
that's
He
the
has a
phase
phase shift. He's
He's
gotta use it soon. He will. Wow.
Oh shit! I love it. It's so good.
Has a phase shift. He's gotta use it soon. He will.
Wow.
Literally, it's literally just an ability that when you press it, just like nothing can happen to you for the time that it lasts.
So it's
The attack is coming. He just presses E.
and it works to block the attack.
I mean,
he's
it's
just doing
good.
some
Like
fun color
he
commentary.
knew that the attack was coming, and he did time it correctly. The window is pretty big. It's a big over exaggeration. LD, he's a fun caster. I don't know if he still does casting because I haven't watched Dota in a long time, but he was always one of my favorites. He's got to use it soon. He will.
Wow!
Oh God.
So it's basically the WoW of it's an epic gaming moment where literally all that happened was just don't hit me.
Yeah, he just pressed the don't take damage button.
And like nothing happened on screen.
Also, he probably would have survived anyway because it looks like he had enough health that attack wouldn't have killed him. So he wasn't really in that much danger.
But it was just
He was
did it.
very excited.
Wow.
He's got to use it soon. He will.
Wow!
That's great. Thank you.
Do you know the origin of this one?
Wow, the great work.
Of course.
Okay.
That's of course from
It's
Plague
Hugo
Tale.
from
It's Hugo
Plague Tale.
from Plague Tale.
When he's
Learning
like-
about alchemy.
Yeah, he's like, this, we call it the great work. And then he fucks something up and it explodes. Hugo goes, wow, the great work.
Hugo! My little brother Hugo.
Hugo.
It's a pretty good game. You can
I really like that game.
You can make a Tower of Rats.
They're making a sequel.
I know.
I'm excited.
Tower of Rats. Anyway.
His mysterious... Oh, he talked as if he'd figured something out. But if he did, would it have killed him to tell me what it was?
Yes.
I thought we were best friends!
Alright. I don't really see any other evidence in
Have
here.
you talked to Hina?
I did talk to Hina. Because
Okay.
she was just like...
Check the bodies then, I guess.
Alright, let's look at Taka. You okay, bud? Can I say, I genuinely was like, oh, his hair is black. Okay. That was a stylistic choice to
Oh,
have his
yeah.
hair be all white.
Yeah.
That was just for dramatic effect.
Taka, he'll never move again.
Oh, his shoe's clipping into the floor a little bit.
According to the Monokuma file, Taka died from a blow to the head. What probably happened was they drew him lying down flat on the ground, and they like put it on the ground, and they were like, ah, shit. It looks like he's hovering.
Yeah, tilt it.
Just shove him through the floor a little bit. It's fine. We found Justice Hammer 4 near his body in the equipment room. Is that what was used to kill him? And there's a tarp laid out under his body. Did the killer use this to move Taka's body? That way there wouldn't be any blood left behind while the body was moved.
Good point.
Hifumi's big cold body is laying on the floor. What a weird way to say that. His really big body.
I fucking get it.
I mean, how on earth was the killer able to move someone so big?
Oh, so funny.
It was up 2 flights of
It
stairs.
was up 2 flights of stairs with dead weight. I get it, but also, Jesus.
Well, now I'm just thinking about Belinda Blinked. He grabbed her tits in his hands and
They're
felt the
dead
weight.
He must be stopped.
Was that Des Martin?
Yeah, I think
Remember.
Des Martin felt Belinda's dead weight.
Only
of her
Des
titties.
Martin would think of it that way.
Yeah, your titties are like dead weight. This sucks.
Which is
My
ironic
life is
because
miserable.
it's all he cares about. My Dad Wrote a Porno, the podcast, is what we're talking about.
Yes.
From the nurse's office where he was discovered to here, the repository. All the way from the first floor to the third, and all without anyone noticing it. How the heck? It's no good. I just don't get it. I can think about it later. For now, I have to finish investigating Hifumi himself. If I remember correctly, Hifumi's fatal injury was also a blow to the head. Pause. If we're talking about Rocky's prose, I do need to say my favorite fucking sentence from Belinda Blinked 6. It is factually correct to say that love is as powerful a drug as heroin, and Belinda was an addict scoring on the mean streets of desire. He's a fucking genius.
Wow, the great work.
If I remember correctly, Hifumi's fatal injury was also a blow to the head. Probably from Justice Hammer 3, which was laying on the floor in the nurse's office. Huh? Wait. Something's off about his body. Why am I getting this feeling? Do you see what it is? Don't advance the text because I don't remember if Makoto says it out loud.
Where should I be looking? Top of head?
I'm not going to say.
Hit
Makoto might say it in a second, if you haven't noticed. Something about his body in the nurse's office versus his body right now. Oh.
Oh!
That's it. His glasses. When his body was in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered with blood.
And now they're not.
But now they're completely
I
clean.
didn't even notice that. That's why they had that picture, I guess, there. So you could look at his glasses more clearly.
Does that mean someone wiped his glasses off? But who would do that and why?
He's actually fine.
The body discovery announcement did play.
Yeah. But he did wake up for a second. Yeah. We would have seen him if he had been like, my glasses. But no, he didn't.
I think there's one last thing in the room that you haven't gotten. You can do the
Oh yeah, forgot. Wait. Oh, the little blue rolly thing. That's Taka.
Nope.
That's Hifumi. Everything's fine. Yes, okay.
His glasses. His glasses.
He can't see without his glasses.
He can't
My
see without
girl.
his glasses.
Is that from what?
My girl.
Is it?
He can't see without his glasses. Yeah, because the kid is in the The kid is
Is that
dead.
what it's I don't know when
Yes.
that's from, but I associate it with Velma from Scooby-Doo.
Oh, I can't see without my glasses.
see without my glasses.
But then there's a part at the end of My Girl when Macaulay Culkin is like in his
Macaulay Culkin.
Culkin. He doesn't have his glasses on because he's dead and he's in a casket. And she's like, "Where's his glasses?"
All right, I'm looking up the original. Where is the quote from? It's originally Piggy from Lord of the Flies.
Oh man.
I love this question. Where is that quote originally from? Top comment, Piggy from Lord of the Flies. Next comment, My Girl. Next comment, Velma from Scooby-Doo. Next comment, Chucky Finster. Next comment, Goonies. Next comment, The Twilight Zone. Next comment, Millhouse. Next comment, A Christmas Story. Next comment, nobody can decide
There's
where
no
it's
agreement
originally
on Reddit
from.
anyway.
Nobody can decide when it's originally from.
Well, Scooby-Doo is definitely older than My Girl. So.
But there's a million versions of it, and who's to say when they originally
I
used
can't
that?
see without my glasses. It's definitely Velma.
It's a dolly. It doesn't even have a handle.
I don't know why.
Cool, man.
That's such a funny way to say it.
This dolly doesn't even have a handle.
Not like it's a dolly without a handle.
Mm-hmm.
God. Fucking Makoto.
I saw this in the art room before. I guess it's used to move statues around. It's kind of awkward, but if you bend down, it's not too hard to... It's kind of awkward. If I bend down, everyone can see my ass.
Mm-hmm.
But wait. Wasn't this in the equipment... heavily skewed in the equipment room when we found... And look at the wheel. There's a blood stain on it. So there's blood on the wheel of the dolly that was moved from the equipment room to the repository.
Oh god, I need to tone this Makoto voice down.
What's the explanation for that?
Come back, Byakuya.
Alright, I think...
Yeah, you're good to go now.
Yeah. Alright.
Wait a minute. Are we being filmed by cameras?
There's only one way in and out of this room.
Through the door that Hina said was locked before. There's definitely a lock on the door, but it can only be locked from inside the repository. I don't see any way to lock it from in the art room. The door can only be locked from inside the repository.
I remember when you said that the first time, Makoto.
Which makes me wonder. Hina and Sakura confirmed that the door was locked after we started looking for the missing bodies.
It can only
And
be
the door is designed so that it can only be locked from inside the suppository. In other words, when Hina checked it, someone had already gone in the repository and locked the door. How many ways can I say it? When they were done, they unlocked it and left, which is why it's unlocked now. But Hina claims there's no way someone could have beaten them to the repository. So that certain someone is nice.
Maybe I should check somewhere
Ooh,
else.
this is cold coffee now. I drank it too slow. There are some places I already know about.
Okay, so
This is my new voice. First, the nurse's office where Hifumi was found. Then the equipment room where Taka was found.
Alright. Let's check the equipment room.
Yeah, since you're already on this floor anyway.
Yeah.
And this is on every floor, right?
What?
Because it's on the first floor, obviously, because the nurse's office. Third floor for the art room and the equipment room. But also, we found Hifumi in the library originally on the second floor.
Yeah.
So yeah, we have to investigate all
him
3 floors.
Yeah, we found him in the library, but he was still alive. He was just bleeding really bad from his head.
Yeah, I think we...
That was where the...
Are there any clues there? Maybe not. Maybe we don't have to go there. I don't know.
Unless the hammer's still there.
I think the hammer is still there, if
Yeah.
nothing else. But I don't know if we actually need to... We'll see. If we do have to investigate the library, it's probably just for a second. Hey, Jack. Just walk.
Star.
I feel like I've seen it somewhere before, and just recently too.
There's something very funny about walking into the room and just seeing Genocide Jack standing there like, just being like... Just doing the James A. Caster to Alex Horn, just... Hey, Makoto!
This tarp. There's some kind of tire mark going through the pool of blood in the middle of the room. That reminds me, about the dolly in the repository.
Shove it up your ass.
There was blood on its tire. That's not a tire. Could that blood have come from... blood? Which could mean that Taka's body was moved from the equipment room to the repository using the dolly. Both rooms are on the 3rd floor, so that should definitely have been possible.
Nice.
Got it.
But even if the dolly was used to move Taka's body, what about Hifumi? Hifumi's body was in the nurse's office on the 1st floor. Even with the dolly, there's no way to get it up to the 3rd floor. That's still a total mystery.
Genocide Jack's just like, bro, you're talking to yourself. And not to me. Hey, Big Mac! Woohoo!
Hey, Big Mac.
Justice Hammer 4, the weapon that was used to kill Taka. The body was moved, but the murder weapon was just left here.
Hey,
Well, I guess I better get going.
any thoughts? I was sleeping right here when the killer carried the body away. I'm super pissed I missed such an ultimately rare event. Aw.
Oh, okay.
I said he's faking it as a joke, but now I think it's true. Yeah, he's fine.
I will say...
I'm having all sorts of wild theories where I'm like, oh, Hifumi killed Taka. Why? I don't know. Does that make any sense? No, but...
I will say, if your theory is that Hifumi is actually alive, every living student has to go to the trial. So, if that's the case, Monokuma will drag Hifumi to the trial. I will say, I shouldn't have said anything, because it's not going to happen. I think by saying it at all, I made it pretty obvious that that's not going to happen. So, yeah. Hifumi is dead. Sorry.
I'm going to check the library real quick. Just because I feel like that's where another hammer was.
Yeah.
Worth a shot.
Yeah. He is fine, but he definitely did die.
Alright, well.
Okay, Hammer's not here anymore. That's weird. I don't know why it wouldn't be.
Somebody.
Maybe they just didn't want you to have to investigate another room.
I mean, I already have to go back to the nurse's office anyway.
Or did they take the hammer with them to the nurse's office? I don't know why they would have.
I don't remember.
Well, you're about to go into the nurse's office now.
I don't think they would take that with them. No, because Hifumi was hit with a hammer in the library, but it wasn't enough to kill him. But this is a
Right,
bigger
it was
one
number
that
2.
could kill him.
But I guess number 2 is not there anymore. But it doesn't
But
seem to
3,
be
yeah.
It doesn't seem to be a clue because Makoto didn't go like, where is it? So I honestly don't remember if that is relevant or maybe they literally just deleted it from the game so you wouldn't have to investigate an additional 2 rooms for each hammer.
All right.
Or 1 room for each.
Justice Hammer 3, the one that was used to kill Hifumi.
He's fine, but he died. Yeah, that's possible.
Someone moved the body but left the weapon behind.
Hey, how's it going?
What are you investigating, Celeste?
I am not investigating anything, precisely speaking. I'm simply going around, seeing if Hero might be hiding somewhere.
little guy going around.
What about you?
That who is that tweet by? I feel like it's a friend of a friend.
Oh, yeah,
I don't
maybe.
think that's just like some tweet that we
saw.
saw.
Is just about a little guy going
Was it?
around.
Was
I don't
it
remember who said it.
Morgan Kurscoat? Maybe.
Maybe.
It was one of those like expanding brain memes, but it was like Saw is about this, Saw is about this, and then the final one was just Saw is about a little guy going around. Oh, I wish I could find that, but there's no way I would. There's no way.
Oh, you know, I'm just checking this and that.
Just checking this and that.
The main thing on my mind is how someone could... I'm going to try to find it anyway. Is how someone could have moved Hifumi's body. Because I do want to give credit if I can.
Ifumi was moved.
When it disappeared, you were supposed to be in the nurse's office, right?
Indeed.
Correct. Ina was not feeling well, so I stayed behind to look after her. But she seemed to be getting worse, so I took her to the bathroom.
I can't find the tweet, but I did find there's a Wikipedia article titled "The Little Guy."
The little guy.
Apparently, it's an episode of, if you remember the show Awake.
No.
I think it was... Oh, am I mixing... Oh, no, I do remember this.
No, I was mixing it up with that movie about the guy who was like awake during surgery.
Hayden
with
Christensen being awake during surgery. Yes.
This was a show that I remember people talking about, which was Jason Isaacs is in a car accident, and when he goes to sleep, he finds himself in a reality where his wife died in the car accident, and then when he goes to sleep in that reality, he's in a reality where his son died, and he doesn't know which one is the real reality. I remember when that show came out, everyone was saying it was really good, but then it got canceled after one season. I guess nobody watched it. But yeah, the little guy. I assume it's supposed to be said like the little guy, but to me it's the little guy.
A little guy. So when we got back, we went to Ina was getting worse, so we went to the bathroom.
And when you got back, the body was gone?
He could not have been gone for more than a minute or two, though.
Yeah, Ina said the same thing. So then the killer was able to get in and move Hifumi's body in that short amount of time?
It would seem so.
To carry off someone as big as Hifumi in only a couple of minutes is... I can't think of it as anything less than impossible.
What, the trash can?
It's just a normal trash can. What were you oh, hey, wait, there's something inside. It's too small to be a handkerchief. It's a glasses cleaning cloth. And it's got some kind of cartoon character on it. Oh, but it's covered in blood.
Oh,
Did you find something?
Yeah, there was a cleaning cloth in the trash can.
A cleaning cloth?
And it's all bloody. Whoever this belonged to must have used it to wipe up some blood. But who would need to do something like that?
I haven't the slightest idea.
I haven't the slightest idea. Yeah, me either. But I think it might be important.
I don't know. That was like 5 accents in one. Little sampler platter for you. Nice.
Another.
A refrigerator. Do you have sauces?
No, Nike.
I wonder if there's anything to drink inside. Telling
No,
lies?
Nike.
Open your door. There's a bunch of blood packets in here. I don't know why I thought it would have like a Red Bull in it. For blood transfusions, I guess. That makes a lot more sense than the version of this nurse's office refrigerator that has...
Monster Energy.
Yeah, Monster Energy or like a thing of milk.
It doesn't help me, though. I'm not a vampire. Wink.
Oh, is that literally it?
I mean, is it an interesting clue that the nurse's office has blood packs?
Yeah. Why didn't that it wasn't entered into my truth bullets though?
Then I guess it doesn't matter.
Open your mouth. Ha ha ha. No. But I guess this is a murder hospital.
I mean, this
a
is
murder school.
Yeah, it's a murder school, and also it's Hope's Peak, which is a fucking weird school. They have Othello. Remember when we found the rec room and Makoto was like,
Wow!
What kind of school would have Othello?
And darts!
What kind of place is this?
So this is where you were. I've been looking for you.
You have?
I wanted to thank you for what you did.
Aww.
Not that you meant to, but you ended up making this little game of ours very interesting indeed. You should go to Hero's room. Oh, and let me give you this. This is the note
Hero wrote to us to get us all to meet up, right?
You remember well.
Well, the penmanship was pretty remarkable, so it left an impression.
It's all clear now.
Anyway, this makes it clear, right? This is a trap.
What is?
Things grow ever more exciting.
What are you talking about?
I've already repaid my debt. I don't owe you any more explanation. Goodbye. Nice.
So he said to go to Hero's room, but what's waiting for me there?
Hero's just dead.
Boy.
One more murder! You just have to travel along with.
I don't know why I made it so much more complicated for myself. Thank you.
I'm kind of doing the Yakuza Dragon Engine karaoke thing where they go into heat mode and they just start going.
The door's unlocked.
The door is unlocked. I guess I can go inside. Byakuya did say to go look. It might not be a great idea, but I'm going to take the plunge. Whee!
Cool.
This is Hero's room. There's all kinds of weird stuff in here.
Is there something flickering on this? What the fuck? The camera's going nuts. Do you see that?
Oh, yeah.
That's weird.
The security camera. Ah!
What is happening there?
That's
More
weird.
importantly, he still hasn't turned up. Which means he can't really complain if I don't get his permission to search his room, right?
Right?
You okay?
This camera is freaking the fuck out.
You just get 100 mono coins. It's just spitting them out. Makoto's like, ow! Ah!
You win!
I think there's something in the cardboard box.
Oh, buddy.
It's blueprints for something, and some things made out of, it looks like cardboard, plastic, and plaster? Is this Robo Justice? And it's in Hero's room. But wait, these blueprints. Something about them bothers me.
You know how I told you that I hate this this whole case?
Oh, yeah?
Like, that's it. That's everything. You don't need to look at anything else.
Well, what if I want to? Okay.
Like,
Yeah, there's
could
nothing
it
else.
could it possibly be less obvious that it's not Hero? Like, it's so. Like, I'm sorry for spoiling it.
I figured there's something.
If you
weird
were maybe on the everything is as it seems train,
Uh,
I hate to break
No,
it to you.
no, I know the Selena Gomez song, the beginning of Wizards of Waverly Place. I know that things are more complicated than they may appear.
Just like, what is even the point, you know? If you're gonna make it so obvious that it's a setup, then just
I mean,
don't. Just don't fucking
Hifumi,
bother.
yeah, Hifumi saying Yasuhiro is like, all right, so,
There's just way too much that makes it way too obvious. Like the handwriting being different, just the fact that it's so obvious.
Makoto, big
In a
news,
school
big news.
where everything is as it seems, one student is going to get the education of his young life.
This spring through autumn, Makoto is... Wait a minute. That's the wrong order of the seasons. This spring through autumn, I said it again. This autumn through spring.
There you go.
Makoto Naegi is a regular high school student. Rated G.
Oh.
Dang it, my homework is hard. What's wrong?
We found Kyoko!
What? Is she okay? Where is she?
Wait, I wasn't done. There's more big news! Robo Justice showed up too!
Robo Justice!
It's Hero wearing the costume! Anyway, soon as you can, head to the pool on the second floor.
Wait, which floor? Shit. To think Hiro and Kyoko would show up at the same time. Anyway, I have to head to the pool.
Time to take a dip.
I ran off to the second floor as fast as I could.
Hey, how's it going?
Kyoko, and...
I mean,
Man, I have had the worst day. Hero? That's
Well-
not really Hero. I don't know what that voice was.
Well,
Hero? Yeah, duh. Who else would I be? That's a good question. Huh? What? Why do I look like this? Did someone come along and remodel me while I was sleeping? Was it the Illuminati? I can never quite nail his voice down. I don't know what it is.
I found Hero. He was jammed into the pool room locker. It looked like he was fast asleep, so I kicked him and woke him up.
I still can't believe you kicked me. You could have been a little more gentle about it, like, I don't know, caress my face or something.
That's creepy.
Anyway... Load-bearing anyway. Anyway, Kyoko, where have you been all my life? You just disappeared all of a sudden, without a trace.
There was something I had to
Sorry,
check
I
up
made
on.
that line more flirty than it was actually written. What do you mean?
Never mind.
Okay. I can't never mind.
Never mind.
Okay.
More importantly,
She says that, but does she have any idea? Does she know people think she might be spying for the mastermind? Oh yeah, we didn't talk about that last time. Byakuya was like, well, where the fuck is she? Maybe she's spying. Yes, I know, my mouse wheel is disgusting.
oh, sorry. Sorry, got distracted. First of all, Hero, you need to explain to us why you're dressed like that.
I'm always like, I should replace this mouse, but also, why? It works perfectly fine, it's just really grimy. Well, I mean, I have no idea. 1 second I was asleep, don't even know how that happened, then I woke up, and then I was here. I don't care. Do something about that costume. It pains me just to look at you. Well, I don't know what's up with this thing, but I can't actually get it off. A little help?
Why would you make something that you can't take off by yourself?
I didn't make this stupid friggin' thing.
There's a clasp on the back that's keeping you from getting it off.
God, that cleaning putty, it seems really useful, but also the idea of just watching it get filthier and filthier is horrifying to me. Just being like, a nice glob of cleaning putty, and then like 1 use later just be like, it's gray.
It looks
Well,
pretty
it's
sturdy.
time to put it back in the container for next time.
I don't think you can get it off on your own. We don't really have a choice. Let's help him.
It took everyone's help, but slowly we were able to get Hiro out of the suit. It took a few minutes, but eventually we got all the pieces off. Whew, free at last.
Isn't it kind of weird how perfectly the suit fits Hiro?
So then,
More to the point, nobody but Hiro would be able to wear that costume.
Okay, I want to say, and then I swear to God, I'll stop. I have so many opinions, and I'm so bad at not talking about stuff that happens. But I mean, this is so fucking obvious that it barely even matters. But like,
why even set up Hiro as the obvious suspect when the way that you do that involves him being shoved in a locker unconscious in a costume that he can't take off on his own, that the blueprints have handwritten notes that we already have been given a sample of his handwriting, so we conveniently know that they're not his handwriting. Like, it's too many things.
Mm-hmm.
It's too many pieces of evidence that
I
clearly
still-
indicate that it couldn't possibly be him.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly.
Don't bother trying to act all innocent.
And now I'll stop revealing stuff that I already know.
The blueprints were in your room as well.
Is that okay?
In other words, it is obvious to everyone that you made his costume.
That's true. I saw the blueprints myself.
Yeah, me too.
Could it be
Then it's obvious the one who put this costume on and went around attacking everyone
terrible?
was Hiro. Shall we tie him up and gag him?
Just the worst.
Good idea. We wouldn't want him killing anyone else.
To tie me up? Hold on, guys. I think that's going a little far.
That's right.
He may be a suspect, but he deserves fair treatment.
Yeah, I mean, attacking blueprints? I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
You can't talk your way out of this. It's been decided. You killed them.
We've already jumped to that conclusion.
What? Killed who? I have no idea what you're talking about. There must be a fake hero running around.
Same.
You're the only one who can wear this costume. So who else could have possibly been the costume attacker?
How do you know I'm the only one? Maybe you should try it on for yourself before you convict me.
Fine, if you're gonna be a jerk about it, I will.
I like the very not matched. Okay.
Without missing a beat, Hina started putting on the Robo Justice costume.
Come on. I'm blind as a bat in here. Can't see my feet at all. I'm surprised you got anywhere in this thing.
I'm telling you, it wasn't me.
And not to mention, you totally can't bend at the waist. Seems like a pretty obvious oversight.
That's not a very nice thing to say. I mean, it's not like I made it. I just got caught up in the moment.
Well, either way, now we know for sure, right? I mean, it seems pretty clear that nobody but Hiro could have fit into this dumb costume.
In a huff, Hina took the suit back off again.
Well, now you're all out of excuses.
No, see, it's because you're a girl. If it was another guy, then...
Makoto, go ahead.
I'm a little boy.
Okay.
Why not Byakuya? Like, Byakuya is way closer to his height.
Against my will, I picked up the pieces off the floor and tried putting them on.
Imagine trying to get Byakuya to put it on, though.
Yeah, that's true.
It's no good. The arms are too long. There's no way I can wear this.
Second.
See? I told you it was impossible. You are absolutely right. It seems this costume was made to fit Hiro's body exactly.
Can we go to the report cards after this? Because I want to see how short Makoto is.
Then there's another costume. They must have one that looks the same but fits them.
Honestly.
If you insist on this line of defense, then show us some evidence.
Evidence?
You claim there's another suit, yes? Then you must find it and show it to us.
I mean, when we're walking around in the hallways, everyone is like 3 times our height. But that might just be a stylistic choice to make you feel powerless next to all the ultimates.
What the heck?
Just the worst.
Who cares? Hiro's the only one without an alibi during this whole thing anyway.
Terrible.
Which is how we know it was him.
I mean, is that really true? I have no idea what's been happening. Could someone, like, tell me?
Let's see how short he is. Manlit, 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 manlit.
I'm 5'2". Let's see how tall everybody is. 5'9". 6'1".
Oh, you can check the dead people.
6'2". 5'9". 5'7". 6 foot. Oh, so he's actually Byakuya is taller than Yasuhiro.
An asshole.
Saika 5'5".
The fact that he is like an inch taller than Yasuhiro and he's like, go ahead, Makoto, try it on.
5'6".
Oh, he's the same height as Hina.
Little tall, 5'4". 6'4",
Holy
hell yeah.
shit.
Celeste is 5'5". Junko, 5'7", she's a model. Chihiro, 4'10". Little friend. Small friend.
She looks like she's lost in thought. I don't think she's in the mood to talk. I'd better leave her alone.
There's no talking your way out of this one. You did it. Everyone knows it.
Sorry, I air saxed too hard, my headphones fell off. It's looking more and more like it really was a setup. Like, even the fucking characters are like, it's obviously not
I
Hiro.
certainly did not expect Hiro and Kyoko to turn up at the same time. But where has Kyoko been hiding all this time?
I have no idea.
Perhaps she really is working for the mastermind. What else would explain her questionable behavior? You're up to some shit, Celeste. I know it. You are quite protective of her, yes?
That's because she's helped me out so much up until now.
If I were the mastermind, that is exactly what I would do to earn your trust.
If you don't tell me what's
man.
going on, how am I supposed to understand? I think I figured out that someone's been killed, right? Hey, Makoto, who was it? Well,
Man.
2 people were killed. Taka and Hifumi. What? 2 people?
Why are you freaking out? You did it!
I did not! Wait, hold on. If those 2 are the ones that were killed, that's it. I know who did it.
So then,
You may as well tell us then.
Taka and Hifumi were fighting over Alter Ego, right? Which means Alter Ego and or Chihiro must have done it.
correct.
I see. That's unfortunate.
Huh? Unfortunate?
Stop trying to trick us! Just admit that you did it, okay?
Kyoko's literally like, it's a real shame that you're this stupid.
I'm telling you, you got it all wrong. I know. That note. Note? Last night, someone slipped a weird note under my door. And here's what it said. I found a hole maybe we can use to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the rec room at 1 a.m. But the last thing I remember is going to the rec room. Then for some reason I fell asleep. The real killer probably drugged me or something.
Just the worst.
Not a chance.
So,
No, hold on. He could be onto something. The nurse's office did have chemicals that could do that. Huh? Really?
I told you, someone's trying to set me up. A secret passage, a chance to escape. Someone wrote that all to trick me.
Even if that's true, you must be one dumb fish to bite every piece of bait that floats in front of you.
That's not necessary, Hina. You don't have to be like, you fucking killed them, and if you didn't, you're a fucking idiot.
Well, after being trapped here so long, even if you know it's a lie, you still gotta check, right? Yo! Wahoo! They preyed on my desire to get out of here. They deceived me.
I still don't buy it.
Don't be mean.
Well, you should buy it.
just a second.
Okay, then show us that note.
With pleasure. I have it right here in my, pocket.
No way.
It looks like I lost it.
Yeah, sure.
Please, you gotta believe me. I wouldn't hurt a fly.
As I said before, if you want us to believe you, you must produce evidence. Can you show us the note? I have no particular issue with what you claim, but if you want us to believe you, give us a reason.
What the heck? For serious.
Nice. Now then, shall we resume our investigation? There's no time to waste before the class trial begins.
Why do we need to keep investigating? We already know who did it. Why? Why did you kill them? Tell us, Hiro.
No, it's like I said.
Just the worst.
Was it really to get the money Monokuma offered us? Yeah, that must be it. You must be totally broke, and that's why.
No, please, I'm a fucking scammer. I'm loaded. That's a false accusation. Someone help me.
Just be thankful we haven't bound and gagged you.
If you have time to yell and carry on, you have time to search for your evidence, right?
You're right. I need to look for the second suit in that note. Feet don't fail me now.
I guess I better get back to guard duty. I was gonna ask Genocide Jack, to switch with me. But if she and Sakura got into a fight, we'd have a catastrophe on our hands. Well, bye!
One by one, everyone peeled away.
Makoto, do you have a second?
Pretty sure that's the wrong spelling of peeled for
Yeah.
that, but whatever.
I mean, moments ago we saw, I found a hole maybe we can use to escape, so peeled is the least of our concerns.
I want you to help me with the investigation. It looks like I got a late start on this one, so I need to make up some ground.
Sure, I don't mind helping, but can you promise me something? Later, when we have time, will you tell me why you disappeared?
Why is that?
No.
To reject me so simply.
Anyway, I need your help. You don't mind, do you?
Okay.
Shall we go?
Thanks. Now then, shall we?
Hey,
So, Makoto, first I'd like to examine the corpses.
Examine the corpses. I can't believe I'm hearing that from a girl the same age as me.
correct.
Dead bodies don't lie, you know. They tell the truth far more easily than the living.
But I heard the dead men tell no tales.
Wouldn't you agree?
No, I just said no.
Anyway, we have to hurry before the class trial begins again.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay then, show me where the bodies are.
They're in the repository. Then I guess we should head that way for now.
I don't remember. I think 2 and 3 have like remixed versions of this song, I think a lot of the music is just updated versions of existing tracks. I don't remember if all of it is though.
Hifumi and Taka.
For a moment, Kyoko seemed to go rigid, but only for a moment.
So then,
Well then, let's get started.
She crouched down next to Taka and without hesitation began poking and prodding the bodies, which doesn't seem very helpful.
The Monokuma file is right. They were killed using similar weapons.
Her movements were so smooth. She was so calm. Seeing how comfortable she was actually made me feel a little more comfortable.
Thumbs up for that.
I just wanted to use it.
Because thumbs up for that, you know?
Because thumbs up for that.
Makoto, I found something.
hey,
You remember the wristwatch Taka always wore on his left hand?
He did?
Are you so oblivious to the people around you? Do you dislike other people that much?
No, that's not it. Anyway, so you said he had a watch?
so then.
Take a look. It's broken.
Do you remember him having a watch? I'm just curious.
No.
No. I remember, if you recall, the scene where he's like, "It's almost 10 o'clock. Bedtime for all the little boys and girls." As he's just standing there like...
Oh, yeah.
I remember it because it's a very funny image to me.
It's broken. You can see the hands aren't moving,
I don't know
right?
why I didn't like Taka the first time I played. He's fucking hilarious. R.I.P.
It most likely broke when he had his encounter with his assailant. And if you notice, the hands are frozen at just past 6 o'clock.
So that would mean
Damn.
the watch was broken sometime just after 6.
That's right.
He's been dead for a while, holy shit. But last night, Taka's watch definitely wasn't broken.
What time is it right now?
Hey, you! How long were you gonna keep us waiting?
Taka's irritated voice pierced the air as he stared
Pointedly at his wrist. It's almost 10 o'clock, you know that? Bedtime for all the little boys and girls.
I'm glad you got a chance to use your voice.
Yeah, me too.
That's what I'm saying. It broke at 6 a.m.
What time is it right now?
In the game?
Yeah, I can see the clock right there. Do we... Oh, check the Monokuma file. That should say. It's morning, right? Because they were in the dining
It's daytime
hall.
right now. It's in Truth Bullets.
That doesn't say. Maybe check the Truth Bullets. Maybe did we get like Sakura's account or something? No. Okay. I mean, if it matters, it'll come up in the trial. I'm just curious because I don't remember.
But I think
It's like 9, I want to say.
right, because at 7 this morning is when we all met up. 8 o'clock was when we all split up to go find everybody. That was when all the shit popped off.
Right. Okay.
So I don't know if it says when Hifumi died, but Taka, it seems like then if he was attacked at 6 a.m., he's been dead a long time.
I guess we'll see.
But if he was dead, then... I feel like Monokuma would have said something would have happened, but that isn't what happened. Anyway.
Well, the reason Monokuma said about Chihiro's murder is because Chihiro was in a place where most students wouldn't even go.
Okay. Yeah.
Because the only way that Chihiro was going to be found is if a girl went into the locker room, and Monokuma was like... I don't think they ever spelled this out, but I'm pretty sure that Monokuma was just like, I want this body to be found. Especially since Monokuma knew that Byakuya and Mondo both knew the body was in there, but neither of them was going to tell people because that would expose both of them. So the chances of the body being found were even lower. So I think that was all that Monokuma was doing there, was like, let's make sure this body gets found because I'm fucking bored.
Meaning it must have happened at 6 this morning.
Nice.
His wristwatch could have broke, but that doesn't necessarily mean he's dead. He was dead at that time. Also. We'll see. We have to reconstruct the timeline of events. And that's not all. Look at Taka's left hand. He appears to be gripping something.
You're right. There's something white in there.
Makoto,
Can you try and pry it out?
Me?
because
Rigor mortis has already set in. Boys are better suited to this kind of manual labor, right?
Okay, Kyoko, the person who is like constantly poking and prodding at dead bodies.
Okay.
Also, made Sakura inspect Chihiro's
Yeah,
body?
no, that didn't happen.
Oh, right, didn't happen.
That didn't happen anymore.
We just pretended.
Yeah, that didn't happen anymore.
Okay.
As much as I didn't want to, I grasped Taka's cold hand. The ice-cold hand was nearly enough to cause my heart to stop beating.
Kyoko does just do this, huh? Kyoko's just like, yeah, touch it.
I mean, I guess
Yeah, touch
she's
the
just
corpse.
like, you need to experience it, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, come on.
After some effort that I'm thankfully not going to describe in any detail, I was finally able to free the object from his tightly clenched fist. A piece of paper?
hey,
Was that all he had in his hand?
Yeah, that's it. Just a little scrap of paper. Doesn't seem like much of a clue, does it?
is that right?
I wonder about that.
Kyoko then turned to Hifumi's body.
So then,
Let's check Hifumi's body now. Perhaps he's left us a few clues of his own.
Kiyotaka scrap of paper.
Thank you.
The biggest problem I have right now is that 2 of my friends are dead. I mean, how the killer was able to move Hifumi's massive corpse. Do you get it?
First to the third, all that we're noticing. Just can't see how that's possible. Foot to the head, this is number 3. But when found his body,
got glasses.
now they're
Da 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 da. Ba 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 ba. To wipe his glasses. Ba 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 ba.
Oh, I have to talk to her again.
Oh,
I
great.
see.
So, did you find anything?
He was fat. I did. More than I expected, to be honest. Look at this.
A wad of paper?
that's right,
Hifumi had hid it on him.
Hidden?
indeed.
He'd stuffed it in his pants, so I can only assume he'd hid it in on purpose, you see?
In his pants? Wait, so you...
Why is that?
It's just his pants, not like his socks or something. I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means.
Hey,
Anyway, let's take a look at the paper. Go ahead, Makoto, open it up.
When I think of how it was stuffed down his pants, it's like... Ugh. It better be important, Hifumi, or I'll never forgive you for this. A note?
I found a hole maybe we can use to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the equipment room at 6 a.m.
Oh, okay. That sounds very familiar.
That's it. It's the same thing Hiro said. Then he was telling us the truth.
however,
Although, it's not exactly the same, is it?
Last night, someone slipped a weird note under my door, and here's what it said. I found a hole maybe we can use to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the rec room at 1 a.m. The time is different. Hiro told us his note said to meet at 1 a.m. But the note they wrote to Hifumi has...
Hold on. Just because Hifumi had the note doesn't mean it was meant for him.
Huh?
Part of it has been torn off, right? I think there's likely some meaning there.
There's some meaning to part of it being ripped? Could you maybe explain it a little more?
Think carefully.
hey,
Why would he have been clutching that scrap of paper so tightly?
I have no idea.
so then,
What if it wasn't just a scrap of paper when he was holding it? What if it was something more important? And how would something important like that become a mere scrap of paper? That's what you need to answer.
hey,
Nice.
Well, while we're at it, I should tell you one other thing. The two victims this time definitely had their e-handbooks on them. So
Sick.
the handbooks have nothing to do with how the murders were carried out. Not there was any reason to think they were connected to the killings in the first place.
So you're saying I don't have to think about
Thank
the handbooks
Christ.
this time, right?
is that right?
If you didn't have to think about them at all, I wouldn't have gone out of my way to mention it. All I said was that they weren't used to help carry out the murders. There may come a point, however, where a handbook may play a role.
A handbook may play a role. I don't think I understand.
I've played this game once and watched 2 Let's Plays of it. Nope. Yeah, 2 Let's Plays of it. I genuinely have no memory of what that's about.
But if
Kyoko... So we're going to be experiencing this together.
Woohoo!
Because I have no idea how that's relevant.
But if Kyoko thinks it's important, I'd better keep it in mind.
Nice.
Well, here we go.
Are you excited? Are you pumped? It's time for the
Yes! 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 Yes!
bright burst of fireworks, like
Sorry.
the flash of a soul clashing with life and death. And so, with no further ado,
Thumbs up for that.
everyone, please meet at the usual.
I need to modify what's on the stream deck here, because I'm going to want to push the thumbs up for that button
school.
a lot,
See you soon.
as well as... That was the chair.
Seem
It's unfortunate, but I suppose this is where our investigation comes to an end. You'll have to figure out the rest for yourself and come to the proper conclusion.
I was really enjoying spending time with you.
Yeah, you're right.
shall we go?
Well then, we'd better get going.
Okay.
All right.
I mean, we've only been going for an hour and 18.
An hour and a half is when we went live. We were recorded. Well, yeah, hour 18 is when
I
we
was
started
doing a
recording.
lot of trying to figure out the code.
Oh, true.
Not that much. It was
That's
just
true.
I was
Hour 8.
literally, oops, I forgot to rebuild it. Mm-hmm. Oops, I forgot to capitalize the first letter.
Everyone had heard Monokuma's proclamation, and they were gathered by the red door.
Is that really it? Wow.
And as soon as they were all there,
Hello! Hello! Hello!
he's multiplied?
Nope, not multiplication. It just looks that way because of an illusion. I'm moving so fast it only looks like I've multiplied. Can you guys tell which one is the real Monokuma?
Can we just get on the elevator already?
You're not playing along. We're not here to play with you. Okay, fine. Then if everyone's here and ready to go, please board the pain train, elevator. I'll see you guys down there.
Let's go.
Wow. Okay then, shall we?
Hold on, I'm not mentally prepared yet.
You'll never be mentally prepared.
You're
you can't
incredibly
run away
dumb.
anymore, hero. You're gonna pay for your sins.
I told you already, I didn't do it, for serious.
That reminds me. Did you ever find the other costume? Or the note?
Well, no, but...
How unfortunate. Then it would seem we have our culprit. This isn't the place to talk about it. Save your accusations for when we get into the courtroom.
Yes, we'll jump to conclusions in the courtroom.
She's right. Let's get down there first, then the story can really begin.
Yeah, good idea. That's right. I have to do it. I can't let whoever killed Hifumi and Taka get away with it. For everyone who's still alive, and for the two that lost their lives. The one who killed Hifumi and Taka. The one who killed two of our friends. The killer is... me! Someone right here!
Wow, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 8 makes
How-
Okota was 8.
Well, we'll see when I get in the elevator.
I took one last deep breath and exhaled slowly.
I've been feeling like we're really dwindling in male characters at this point. I mean, Makoto is like most of the dialogue, but
I began to walk toward the pain train. Once everyone was aboard, the doors closed on their own, like an elevator. And the elevator, pain train, began to move. Steel box.
yeah, we have 3 boys and 5 girls. But a lot of Makoto, quite a bit of Monokuma. I think we're pretty even at this point.
The clunking of the pain train kept us company as we fell further and further down. There was no going back. Until we settled all this, we couldn't go anywhere. I'm not sure how long it was before the elevator finally came to a stop. The elevator doors slid open, on their own, opening up onto a cruel fate.
Ugh. This is an ugly courtroom. When I see all of you gathered together like this, I realize just how few of you there are left. Your school life is slowly reaching its climax.
Only because of you.
Why are you making us do such cruel things to each other?
What? Do you really hate me so much? But I'm so cute! Stop fucking around and begin the trial. Don't rush me! Of course I'm gonna start it! I would never be like, stay tuned for the action-packed class trial after this commercial break. I'd never hold out on you like that. Okay, let's begin. Get to your assigned seats.
And so the curtain opened once again. A deadly judgment, a deadly session, a deadly betrayal, a deadly class trial. After this commercial break...
I want to go eat something real quick.
Okay.
Fuck, I wanted to buy bananas at the store earlier.
Shit!
We
God
forgot
damn
to buy
it.
bananas.
I forgot to buy bananas.
Fuck.
I'll take the... Is your tea empty?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
And now I will do a sick stunt to climb over the bed.
Mm-hmm.
Ow! Shit! Fuck! Ah! Ooh! Ah! God! Ooh! Ah!
He's fine. He's fine.
If you want to start it on your own, I don't actually care. A lot of it's just gonna be Monokuma's like, have you figured out who done it?
Wait, I need to set my skills anyway. Alright, so I've got 12 of 15 SP used. Bullet capacity. Increases damage to the opponent when a statement is destroyed. Let me think about my struggles. Reload 2 bullets at once.
We forgot to get baby carrots to eat with hummus.
We do have hummus though, right?
We do have hummus.
Okay, we forgot to get baby carrots, but we do have hummus. And then cool and composed. Steadies your aim a little. I need that shit. Are you kidding me? My hands are all fucking shaky. Alright, and then... Focus gauge recovers more quickly. That use seems really useful. Time limit is probably fine. Yeah, I think I'll get rid of vocabulary and add breathing technique. So then that way I have more focus. Alright, those are pretty good, I think. Let's finish our prep. And let's... I'll pause it because the game is not actually streaming right now. Damn, I probably should have fucking picked my skills. I mean, I guess that's not that interesting. It would just be, like, sorting through a menu. But I did, kind of pick my skills without showing everybody what was happening. So. Anyway. He's not back yet. But I think we can start the class trial because he's eating a snack. And I think that we should get it going. Okay. Let's begin with basic explanation of the class trial.
You can
Okay.
figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Now then, to begin with,
We already know who did it.
was that?
It was Hero. He does not have an alibi for when the murders took place, and we found him in that suit.
He's back.
Since we didn't have any carrots, I just dipped some Oreos in the hummus.
Okay.
Don't try and deny it. You killed them.
I didn't. Someone knocked me out. I was asleep the whole time. I don't know anything about it.
Shut your murdering mouth, murderer!
That's what I said. It's not true, but I did say it. I mean, I'm in no position to make jokes about that, though. Famously, I did put queso on an Oreo once.
For content.
For content, and I didn't like it, for the record.
Yeah.
I didn't care for it.
It is also very funny that Hero is like, okay, can we just acknowledge the fact that Genocide Jack called me a murderer? Like,
the fucked up thing about the Oreos with the queso is, at the time, I didn't know really who Dan Reichert was.
mm-hmm.
If I had been more familiar with Dan Reichert when I heard that, I would have just gone, oh, that's some Dan Reichert shit. Fuck that, I'm not doing that. But I just heard, like, oh, some Giant Bomb guy is like, oh, you gotta try Oreos and nacho cheese. And I was like, oh, sure. I mean, I know people who like Giant Bomb, therefore, there's no way that that my friends like Giant Bomb when one of the people there is a complete inhuman freak. No offense to Dan Reichert if he's watching. That's what I'm saying, but also no.
Did you just...
Maybe now it is good.
Did you get regular hummus?
Yeah.
Okay. So regular hummus could be maybe not intolerable. Probably not great with Oreos.
Don't say this, because now I'm going to have to try it.
Oh, damn it.
And I don't
But if
want
you got
to.
garlic hummus, then it would have been then I would have killed it.
No, I'm sorry. I'm imagining the taste combination, and I'm not fucking trying
All right,
that.
then we're not
I was
doing
like,
it.
am I going to do this for content?
No.
No.
But we do have evidence.
They do make chocolate hummus, but
They
I don't
do.
think that there's chickpeas in it. Is it?
I think there is.
Is it? Maybe it is.
Was found in your room. You have to admit, the evidence is quite compelling. It points
I don't-
to you as having created
What's your favorite Dan Reichert funny moment? There's so many good ones. There's him realizing live on stream that pirates stole. There's his story about saying, I'm going to eat healthy, I'm going to make an egg white omelet, cracking an egg, throwing the egg into the sink, and then smashing up the eggshells and stirring them and waiting for them to liquefy.
Yeah.
What's the...
He got married at Taco Bell.
He did get married at Taco Bell. He wasn't the one who played his Alexa thing, was it? I don't think that was him.
Daddy needs the stroke.
Daddy needs his medicine. Alexa played a stroke.
I think the eggshells one is the one that I was thinking of.
I think the
It's
the
really
pirate
powerful.
one, it has a special place in my heart because that was the one where I was like, oh, that's who Dan Riker is. Oh, that's the guy that I ate Oreos with nacho cheese for.
Mm-hmm.
That's the reason I did that. God damn it! A guy who is like, wait, pirates steal things? I didn't know they literally stole things. I thought they just make people walk the plank.
This points to has created the suit and wearing it while committing crime after crime.
All right, 2 people are dead.
I don't know.
Is Hero really the killer? Or is he the hero? We have to make that clear.
I'm Googling chocolate hummus. Oh, it is chickpeas. Fuck. I mean, now I'm kind of curious about it.
The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are the culprit.
Woohoo!
I don't know anything about that stuff. It's not true. It's a conspiracy.
Hero, why? Why did you kill them?
No, just hold on a second.
I mean, looking at the blueprints, that handwriting is awful messy. If I remember right, Hero's handwriting is...
Oh, I see.
In your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough.
Ooh, that was close.
Thread the needle. Thread the needle. Thread the needle.
That's not how you thread a needle.
Thread the needle.
That's
I know.
expert mode.
I've actually sewn things before. That's not at all how you thread a needle.
Get that right in there.
What do you mean?
Well, take a look at this. It's the note that Hero wrote, asking everyone to meet up after Alter Ego disappeared.
Hey, Monokuma's in the room. Maybe don't talk about that.
I will say they're very inconsistent about how much they care about not talking
Telling about Alter Ego, yeah.
Sometimes they're like, don't even mention Alter Ego outside of the locker room, and other times they're just like standing right in front of Monokuma and they're like, because the laptop...
Unless that person made it a point to disguise their handwriting.
No, the differences are bigger than that, I think.
Come on.
This one is written in blue.
Change my handwriting anyway.
So Makoto, are you saying you don't think Hero's the culprit?
And he's not the only one. I think Hero's innocent as well.
Then who was in that Robo-Justice suit? Is it like Hero said? Was there really someone running
This is what I'm saying. Why even do this if you're gonna make it immediately get taken apart?
Individual hidden within the suit. Go ahead, Makoto. Tell them who it was.
So? Who was in the Robo-Justice suit?
Suspicion.
No, it was Hero in the suit, but
the
like
Illuminati!
I can't think of anyone else it could have been. Obviously, he was the one in that particular suit. And we never found any kind of second suit.
Then there can be no doubt. Hero is the prime suspect.
That doesn't make any sense. You just said Hero didn't do it.
It makes perfect sense. Hero was the suspicious individual in the suit, but he's not the culprit.
So what you're saying is...
That's right. The culprit in this case has nothing to do with being in the Robo-Justice suit.
What? Now that's a bold assumption. And what reason do you have to make such a statement? You do
Everything about it!
Of course. But before we get to that, there's something else we need to clarify first. So let's get that out of the way.
Hey, stop trying to boss us around.
No.
Things have a proper order.
So what is it? What needs to be clarified?
Just moving past
We
that.
must clarify the method of transportation for Taka's lifeless body. It would seem that his corpse was moved using certain particular items. Makoto, can you tell us what they were?
God, you sound like a fuck, and you're on my side.
He fucking sucks. I got it. I did it.
I got it! They were a dolly and a tarp, right?
What a fucking asshole.
So, let's see if
What the fuck is his problem?
Taka's body disappeared.
You asked, bitch!
And then we rediscovered it in the repository. And when we found it for the second time, it was wrapped in a blue tarp, right? It was the same tarp that, up until then, was stored in the equipment room. So the killer must have seen it there, and decided to use it when they moved Taka's body. That way, they wouldn't leave any bloodstains while they were moving it.
Okay, that explains the tarp. And the dolly?
Same thing. I'm sure the dolly was in the equipment room when we first found Taka's body there. But when the body disappeared, so did the dolly. Later, when Taka's body reappeared in the repository, so did the dolly.
Wait a minute, it really was Hero!
Thanks for watching.
Good night.
It probably was Hero. Actually,
It was Hero.
It was probably.
Do you remember the it was the second trial where Makoto is like, just has this moment where he's like, actually, I don't think it was Byakuya after all. It's just the opposite of that, where Makoto, like 3 hours into the trial, is just like, wait, no, it was Hero, actually. Sorry, everyone.
Are you absolutely positive the dolly was in the equipment room when we found Taka's body? That dolly was made
Taka's body?
moving large objects between the repository and the art room. It would be very strange indeed to discover it had made its way to the equipment room. Is it not possible that it was in the repository all along, and you simply didn't realize it?
She's raised an objection. How do you respond?
Thanks, coach.
Bitch is talking shit. Makoto, how do you respond? Boop! Whoop-de-whoop! That is the song What Would Meek Do by Pusha T and Kanye West. I know we don't care for Kanye West anymore, but he did on a song say, scoop, whoop-de-whoop, poop, whoop-de-whoop.
Oh, that's what everyone was talking about when that happened.
Yeah.
I just remember there was a day when everyone was like, Kanye West said poopy poop, and I was like, okay, and then I just moved on.
Actually, I was also, again, the Pusha T song, that was the on the Pusha T album. The song was called What Would Meek Do? Because it was Call Out Post from Meek Mill. This is not interesting. But the album was a picture of Whitney Houston's bathroom, and people were very mad about that.
I remember that.
So, just kind of shit all around, but Celeste is talking shit. Makoto, how do you respond?
Poop.
Scoop-de-whoop.
Scoop-de-whoop.
Nobody expects much from you anyway.
We have all accepted the fact that you rarely understand what is going on around you.
Which is why I solved the previous 2 cases.
See, this is part of the reason
I feel like Celeste killed somebody.
This is part of the reason that I never liked Celeste, and I've never understood why people think that she's like a fun, mean character. It's like, she's not even like making incisive comments that Makoto is like, ouch, oof, I hate that she is right and that she notices these mean things about me. Like, Makoto is solving every mystery, and she's like, it's okay. We know that you have no idea what's going on. And Makoto's like, fuck you. I'm the reason you're alive right now. Yeah. Like, I fucking hate Celeste.
Let's explain why the dolly must have been room for the equipment room to the repository.
A new element has been added to bullet time battles. Reloading.
Oh boy. Underneath the tempo marker, you'll see your ammo count. Up until now, there hasn't really been a limit on how you destroy your opponent's statements. From now on, just locking on and pressing Y won't be enough to handle them. Now it costs you 1 bullet to destroy a single remark. Once you run out of bullets, you can't destroy any more statements. However, you can reload by pressing the X button. Cool. Just like locking on, X with time.
So here's what I will say about this mechanic is that if you remember how it felt before, there was a lot of just like triangle, and you're just pushing it to maintain the rhythm. Just make the reload button your maintain the rhythm button, because otherwise you'll find yourself running out of bullets. So that's what I mean. It's like on these where you're not targeting anything, that's where you should be reloading. Yeah.
I cannot agree. You are a fool. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst, you miserable wretch. You have it wrong. I cannot agree.
Don't forget you can do fever time.
So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. Away with you.
What the fuck?
Do you remember
Why am I
how this works?
so bad at this?
Do you remember how it works?
Yeah.
You are a fool. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst, you miserable wretch.
What the fuck is happening? Wait.
You remember how you press it on the rhythm?
Yeah. A to lock on, Y to attack. Jesus Christ.
You have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. Away with you. You miserable wretch.
Jesus Christ. That was embarrassing.
It's fine. This minigame fucking sucks. I hate bullet time battle. I said it before, I'll say it again. Everyone shits on Hangman's Gambit. Bullet time battle can suck my ass.
Dolly moved. I have it right here. When I found the dolly in the repository, one of the wheels had a blood stain on it. There was a pool of blood in the equipment room with a tire mark in it that matched the dolly wheel.
Tire marks, tire marks. Finish line with the fire marks. Going to the pop pop one to the swing ball, swing ball, swing ball.
They moved the body into the repository. So there's my proof that the dolly was used to move Taka's body.
Jeez, does Celeste really hate me that much?
Well, anyway, that was just something we had to get out of the way. Let's get back to the main subject.
Just embarrassing myself in a rhythm game for no reason.
Because if it's not a killer robot,
That's a very early bullet time battle, too.
I'm not sure that really matters.
I'd be happy to explain why the occupant of the suit couldn't possibly be the killer. If you look back on how the body was transported, it will become immediately obvious.
If I look at how the body was moved, it'll be clear why the person in the suit couldn't have done it. What does he mean by that?
Can't bend at the waist.
As we know, Taka was killed in the equipment room. And from there, the body was moved to the repository, correct?
yeah, the culprit wrapped the body in the tarp, then loaded it onto the dolly and wheeled it off, right?
Now, keep in mind that the dolly doesn't have a handle.
Well, yeah, but even without a handle, all you'd have to do is bend over.
No, that's wrong. You're absolutely right that you could push a dolly without a handle if you stoop down low. But if you were wearing that suit, do you think you could actually get into a position like that?
What do you mean?
Think back to what you said when we were all checking out the suit together. Remember?
That is bad in here. Can't see my feet at all.
I
Surprised
tell
to
you,
get
it
out
was
of this thing.
me.
And not to mention, you totally can't bend at the waist. Seems like a pretty obvious oversight.
When you're in that suit, not only can you not see your feet, but you can't even bend at the waist. Am I right about that?
Now that you mention it, yeah.
Seems like it'd be awfully hard to push that dolly if you couldn't bend over.
Well, what's to stop you from simply pushing the dolly with your feet?
When you can't even see your feet? You really think someone could kick the dolly all that way?
Yeah, it'd be totally impossible. Not that I can say for sure myself.
On top of that,
Thanks, Queen.
Always happy to hear you chime in.
Uh-huh.
it's very unlikely to have the dexterity to go about wrapping the body in a tarp.
Well, I mean, isn't that just a matter of taking off the suit when you're ready to move the body?
There's absolutely no chance that the costume was taken off just to move the body because...
Oh good, the hearts do regenerate. When I was like, Jesus, I'm fucked. There's another bullet time battle.
They're like 3 minutes into the trial. Makoto is like beaten and bloody.
Yeah.
He's just like... Celeste is just kicking his ass. Yeah, you can't get it off.
Why would you make something you can't by yourself?
I didn't make it.
Clasp on the
Clasp
back,
on the
keeping you
back.
from taking it off. Looks pretty sturdy. Can't get it off on your own. We had to help him get it out.
That's true. It seems impossible to put the suit on or take it off without help.
Or to do either if you're Mark Watson.
Take it off by yourself? Hero wasn't just making it up.
Of course I wasn't making it up.
If he could have gotten it off by himself, I don't think he would have let us see him wearing it. Showing up in the suit was basically an invitation for everyone to suspect it.
Yeah, that's right.
So, it's really, really true that Robo Justice couldn't have moved the dolly?
To be clear, whoever did move the body, it couldn't have been Hero in the robot suit, correct?
No, wait. Just a second, if you please. Have you forgotten about the picture that I took?
This bitch murdered somebody.
You all got a good look at it, did you not? The image of Hifumi being dragged away by Robo.
Hifumi?
If Robo in that suit is not the culprit, how do you explain that? Besides, do you remember what the now deceased Hifumi said?
How did you get hurt? I'm gonna hit me. One guy. Robo Justice. And that's why I decided to call him anyway just now.
So long as those facts exist, the proper conclusion is beyond question. The individual inside the suit and the culprit are one and the same. It was Hero, without a doubt.
Yeah, that's gotta be right.
Hold on a second.
It's still far too early to reach that conclusion. Besides, there's no hurry to
Posture
decide
check.
who did it.
Oh,
Before
boy.
we rush to a verdict, shouldn't we explore every single possibility? Instead of seizing on one viewpoint, the truth is uncovered by analyzing things from every angle.
I'm saying.
Rashomons.
But where do we go from here?
Let's review this.
I was just hearing in my head Ted going,
Maybe we'll uncover
"The
something
truth
new."
is snared in a lie of contradictions."
Let's review this series of unfortunate events from the beginning. Maybe we'll uncover something new. Okay, so there are 3 Baudelaire children. There's Violet, Claude, and Sunny. And they're both remarkable in their own ways. So Violet is 14, and she is an inventor. She ties up her hair.
What a pain in the ass!
I don't disagree, but our lives are on the line. If this is what it takes, we have to do it.
Plus,
You gotta do it.
we'll get to find out where the heck Kyoko was when everything went down.
All right then, let's take another look back at what happened. I suppose we could start with this morning. 4 of us gathered together in the dining hall.
You and I are probably the only people in the world who know what I'm referencing when I say you gotta do it, and I'm the only person in the world who finds it funny.
Quite a while, but nobody else showed up, so we went to look for
You gotta do it.
Gotta do it.
That was around 8 a.m.
And as soon as we split up, Kyoko went missing.
Soon after that, Hina found Celeste in the rec room and quickly came to get Makoto and me.
It seems I was unconscious for about an hour after I was attacked by my mystery assailant. I know it was an hour because I remember being attacked a little after 7.
That was when we saw Celeste's picture and discovered that her assailant had been wearing a strange costume. As it turns out, it was Robo Justice. It also soon became clear.
Just hearing Sakura and her very... It soon turned out it was Robo Justice.
We were soon joined in our search by Byakuya and Toko, and then went on to find Hifumi in the library. He was injured, so we took him to the nurse's office and resumed our search for the suspect. But not long after leaving the nurse's office...
Yeah. Celeste said
What's
something
wrong?
moved around the top of the stairs.
When Celeste told us that,
Sakura is 6'4", we found out. We looked at the report
I'm looking
cards.
up Sakura's voice actor. And her name is Kujira. She is 60 years old. She voices Orochimaru in Naruto. And I don't know if you... We watched a couple episodes of Gintama together.
Mhm.
I don't know if you would have seen the character of Otose.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember her.
Yeah.
Because that whole like arc of episodes that we watched with Otose was basically big JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Yeah.
Yeah. That were literally like stands.
When they keep calling them stands, and he's like, "You can't call them that." Your Excellency. I wanted to look up who voices the English.
This bitch is so suspicious.
Sakura,
Suspicious. Celeste, what's wrong? That was a rather intense scream for someone like you. I saw him, strange costumed man. He ran off, blocking the stairs, so he headed further down the hallway and disappeared.
And then...
Nya. Hifumi in the nurse's office.
So her voice actor's name is Jessica G. She was in the bucket list, apparently.
Okay.
She's Cornelia in Fire Emblem Three Houses, the bad Fargus lady.
Oh yeah, the cool witch lady.
Nothing else I know, but yeah. I was just curious because Sakura has a very distinctive voice that I'm like, I don't think I've ever heard another character who sounds like that.
And Toko chased after the suspect.
That specific voice, I mean. Anyway.
When we got back to the nurse's office, we found Hifumi dead, and that's when we heard the body discovery announcement. I left Celeste and Hina there and headed back to the 3rd floor to let the others know what had happened.
Meanwhile, we had just discovered Taka's body in the equipment room. We must have found both bodies at almost exactly the same time, because we heard the same announcement not long after we discovered his body.
And that's when I told you guys about Hifumi. Then the 3 of us headed for the nurse's office. But right after we left the physics lab, we ran into Celeste, who'd arrived after us. And she told us something very surprising.
Hifumi's body has disappeared.
We rushed back to the nurse's office and saw that she was right.
Then we remembered we'd left Toko passed out in the equipment room, so we hurried back again.
Glad we're recapping this again.
But when we got there, we discovered that now Taka's body had also gone missing. Next thing we knew, we were searching the school for 2 missing dead bodies. And after some time,
Celeste informed us that she'd found the bodies, and we all headed to the repository, which is where we rediscovered the corpses.
Yeah, there's a lot of...
I think that about covers it.
I see. The whole thing sounds exceptionally complicated. It certainly seems to me that these are not a simple series of connected events.
The spin-off.
Well, if that's true, then what?
Rather than a single series
A series of unfortunate events and a series of connected events.
A separate situation. And from there, we can uncover the contradictions surrounding all of them. Now then, let's get started, beginning with what happened to Taka.
The contradictions hidden in what happened to Taka. In order to uncover the truth of this case, I have to find them no matter what. Room starts spinning. What if it's one of those amusement park rides? It's like it's not the camera doing that.
I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after.
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
what makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
The Justice Hammers were numbered, but were they really used in that order?
So,
What bullets do you have?
regarding Taka's death,
I don't
I think it's
remember.
left bumper, I want to say.
or perhaps
Oh, you might only have that one then. Right bumper for controls. Yeah, so that's your only one.
Okay.
We already know what order
So read the description of the Monokuma file. Victims. The cost for. It might want you to suck up a bullet.
Okay.
Maybe.
What makes you say that?
And I do that with... Concentrate? No.
I think you hold Y.
Why do I always think left bumper is going to be concentrate when it's right bumper?
It's because concentration uses the left brain.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
Fuck, what does it want me to do?
I'll say right now, this is a very unclear one, and I actually don't know what it wants from you, so I'm gonna fucking look it up.
Or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was while Taka's death.
See? So it's obvious Taka came
I like
after.
sped up Byakuya. Wow, Taka's death. He sounds very.
Are you
very
looking up?
upbeat.
Are you looking up the answer?
I am looking up the answer. I don't have to give it to you if you don't want it, but I don't see what it is just from this.
Just say if I need to suck something up or not.
You do need to absorb a bullet.
Okay.
I wonder if he died before Hifumi. Or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in.
Yeah, neither of them really makes sense as a contradiction for the other, though. Because there's two things, right?
The numbering of the Justice Hammers.
Does the numbering contradict what order, or just what order contradict the numbering? You can only suck up the...
What?
You can only suck up the orange ones.
Oh, I thought I could... How do I suck? I literally...
No, you were doing it. You
Okay,
just have
I
to
was
you have to
doing
target the orange ones. And you can slow it down when you suck them up, too. If you want.
Taka's death. I wonder if he died before Hifumi. Or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death
Is that right?
came from a swing of...
I wasn't going to tell you unless you asked me, but no. You can just fire it off at nothing and get rid of it. Yeah, so suck up what order and shoot it at the numbering or whatever it is.
We already know what order they were killed in.
Like, how does that make sense? This trial sucks.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
No! The white noise got in the way.
So it's obvious Taka came after.
Terrible, terrible, terrible game. It's a terrible, terrible, terrible game.
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
I want to tell you.
Jesus.
I want to tell you, by the way, that whole conversation is in my brain so deep from the number of times that I listened to it while I was like, what is it? What am I doing here? That is, I think that is one of the worst, honestly, one of the worst nonstop debates in the whole series is that moment right there. So weird.
So you're saying the culprit wanted us to think the hammers were used in order, but in reality, Taka was killed before Hifumi? Okay then, let's see the proof.
What? There's something that relates to what time he must have died.
His watch!
Oh, yay!
Wait, am I just shooting with... Oh, I'm shooting with Y. Okay. I'm shooting with Y.
His wrist witch! Ooh.
Now I understand.
Great job, bud.
I love that. Now I understand! Never gets old. It's your reward for doing the worst minigame in the game, except for bullet time battle.
It must have gotten broken when he was attacked by the killer.
Now I understand.
It worked at 10 o'clock.
Here, hold on. Let me give Makoto a shout out for that.
Thumbs up for that.
Okay.
Hey, you! How long?
Hey, you! How long were you gonna keep us waiting? It's almost 10 o'clock, you know that? Bedtime for all the little boys and girls.
So if it wasn't broken after 6 last
Take what I can get.
around 6 this morning.
And that would be his official time of death.
But if that's true, then he was killed well before Hifumi.
And before Celeste was attacked this morning, which happened around 7.
That's right. Taka was killed before any of the other incidents took place.
That simple
Poor guy.
fact slipped past all of us. We made the wrong assumption about the order of events, all because of those justice hammers.
That's exactly why the culprit wrote the numbers on each hammer and had them increase in size. That way, when we saw how they were used in each incident, we'd easily make that wrong assumption.
Now, if Taka was killed around 6, then everyone's alibis for his murder go out the window. Because when he was killed, we hadn't met up in the dining hall yet.
That may be true in the case of Taka's murder, but all of our alibis still hold true for Hifumi's death.
That's right. With him, at least, we're all safe.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Interesting.
We heard Hifumi screaming. We were all together. Except for Hiro and Kyoko. Then we all ran down to the nurse's office. And that's where we found his body.
That's totally true. We're all in the clear.
Oh, I know. They must have recorded him screaming on a tape or something, then played it later on.
If that's true, where's the tape?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Don't just go making stuff up.
Anyway, we all have rock-solid alibis for when we heard Hifumi scream. Since all of us were there together, clearly none of us could have killed him.
And it does not stop there. There was also the moment when we discovered his body had disappeared. When his body vanished from the nurse's office, Hina and I were in the bathroom together, while everyone else was in the equipment room, correct? And then there's the disappearance of Taka's body from the equipment room. At that time, we were all gathered together in the nurse's office because of Hifumi going missing.
Well, don't forget, I was passed out in the equipment room the whole time.
Don't forget, I was passed out on the ground.
I could never forget about you, Genocide Jack.
Did it? She could have dragged Taka's body out of there right then.
Even if she could pull that off, there's no way she could have done the same with Hifumi's body. Because, as we just established, she was passed out in the equipment room when his body disappeared.
Besides, I didn't do either of them anyway.
In other words, it is impossible that any of us could have killed him.
I literally am sitting here like, I don't really like this trial very much. And then Genocide Jack is just like, I'm here! And I'm like,
nice.
Thanks, Jack.
So what now, Kyoko?
For now, we can't get fixated on who did it, or we'll just keep going around in circles. So instead of who, I propose we start talking about how.
That's right.
I think we need to figure out how Hifumi's body got moved.
Get the facts in order, and the truth will follow.
Couldn't figure out how to explain his body
I've played Ace Attorney.
According to what Celeste said.
And Danganronpa.
Could not have been gone for more than a minute or two, though. So then the
So
killer.
then the killer was able to get in and move Hifumi's body in that short amount of time?
Am I ever going to get to a point where I don't interrupt you? It would seem so.
I'll say, I don't know if you've noticed, there have been so many times when I almost start talking over you.
Oh, yeah. Well,
I always stop myself, I think, but I have the
her-
instinct
her
a lot.
and Hina took her eyes off it.
Carry that much weight from the first floor up to the third in that short amount of time?
Oh man, yeah. There's no way. It'd be impossible.
Well, what if I told you there was a way to make the impossible possible?
That's what I'm saying. If it's impossible,
With the dead body, were to move itself.
Huh?
The dead body moved on its own?
No! Not another...
They really were like, really hit that ghost. You gotta warm up to it.
Ghost!
I think what she's implying is we thought Hifumi was dead, but perhaps in reality he was still alive.
Alive?
Are you saying Hifumi wasn't carried out of the nurse's office, but simply walked out on his own?
But I mean, we found his body. He was dead.
And then he woke up.
Simply playing dead.
That it isn't possible.
See, this is what I'm saying about this trial. There's so many moments where it's like, there's like something there. Like I think that the thing with like Taka's time of death and the order of the murders, I think that there's something there. I think they had a good idea there. It's just that they make it so obvious what the truth is that it's like, it's like, well, we know that nobody could have carried Hifumiya, and we know that his glasses are clean, and we know that he opened his eyes, so he can't have been dead in the nurse's office. There's no fucking way he was dead in the nurse's office. So it's so obvious what the truth is.
So sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
I'm sure the body discovery announcement was only made once, but Hifumi and Taka's bodies were discovered at almost the exact same time. But what bullets do you have?
When we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office,
I might have to suck something up.
Yeah.
he was actually still alive.
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead. And you know that surely you've heard the body discovered. Hifumi's dead body had been found, and that is...
Are we really? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Okay.
So before you advance, the three things that you could be contradicting are Hifumi was still alive, Hifumi's dead body was found, or someone else's discovery. So which one of those are we contradicting?
I'm contradicting the second one.
Yes, that his dead body had been found. And what contradicts that? Hifumi was still alive, or somebody else's body?
Hifumi was still alive.
Well...
Or some...
They both contradict it, I guess, but one of them is just no. The other is no, and here's why.
Okay. So I need to suck up the...
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi...
Do I need to suck anything up, do you think? Or
You do. Okay. Sorry, I'm kind of walking you through this, and the reason I'm doing it is because when I heard Celeste say, Hifumi's dead body had been found, I had another moment of, oh god, I was stuck on this one for so long. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt. Yeah, I heard her say that too many times to let that happen to you.
Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why...
Not with broken wristwatch. You need it.
No, I was trying to suck it up and I fucked up. Because I...
No, you don't want to suck up Hifumi's dead body. You want to contradict Hifumi's dead body.
So...
Because that's what you're arguing against. You're arguing that he wasn't dead.
Hifumi was dead, and you know that surely you've heard the body that Hifumi's dead body had been, and that is why...
Are we really? So maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Right?
Yeah, so if you're shooting that at Hifumi's dead body, then you're saying, no, that wasn't his body that made the announcement go off. It was someone else.
It is impossible.
Okay. Now I'm going to... Okay.
This trial sucks.
The body discovery announcement, along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been
We'll get that white noise. We've been through too much to watch it all fall apart there.
Was the body discovery announcement that was made really intended for Hifumi?
Of course it was. The announcement played right after we discovered his body.
Maybe. But that was also the same time that Taka's body was found.
That's right. It wasn't long after finding his body that we heard the announcement.
So there's a good chance we've made a mistake in there somewhere. I think we've confused whether the announcement was for Hifumi or Taka.
First of all, if 2 bodies had been found, there really should have been 2 announcements.
Maybe Monokuma simply got lazy and rolled them together into one.
What do you say, Monokuma? Any comment?
Well, it's a very sensitive issue, so I can't go into too much detail. But what I can say about the body discovery announcement is that it's only broadcast when 3 or more people find a dead body for the first time.
That didn't answer our question, man. We're asking if you're a lazy bum.
No, actually, that was plenty.
Huh?
He said it's only broadcast when a body is discovered for the first time. Which means, even if we find the same body again later, he won't make the announcement again. If that's true, then why was the announcement made again later on?
Huh? Later on?
Exactly. We heard the body discovery announcement twice.
That was Hifumi. Oh.
Shoot.
Well. So the second time was when? Was it when both? No.
Yeah. You walk into the repository and it played.
Oh.
Yeah.
I genuinely couldn't remember.
Yeah.
We rediscovered the 2 bodies.
Ding dong dong ding. I genuinely couldn't remember.
Yeah.
But it contradicts what Monokuma just told us, doesn't it?
Exactly. If we were actually rediscovering both bodies, the announcement shouldn't have played.
And in reality, when the 2 dead bodies were rediscovered, one of them was actually being discovered for the first time.
So, when we found Hifumi the first time in the nurse's office, he wasn't actually dead yet. Meaning, he wasn't actually found dead until we came upon him in the repository.
And that's just part of it. There's one other thing that leads me to believe he was still alive in the nurse's office.
Oh, I know! Because he was super good at playing dead! Bada bing, bada boom! That is the worst logic I have ever heard. But honestly, I do not
And you gotta
think
respect
there's
that.
anything that can prove he was still alive.
Okay then, let's take another look at
You
the
gotta
evidence
hand it to
found
Genocide
in
Jack.
the body. Become clear whether he was really alive or
I will
not.
never hand it to Genocide Jack. But I will hand it to Genocide Jack.
Okay, well, we're gonna prove that he was still alive, meaning that he wiped off his own glasses. Yeah.
Well, here's one thing we do know. The first time we found Hifumi's body was in the nurse's office. And then,
I didn't mean to
while
put that.
me and Celeste were in the bathroom, his
No,
body
that's wrong!
disappeared.
And the next time we saw his
No, that's wrong!
it was in the repository.
But when you compare his body before being moved,
No, that's wrong!
moved, other than the change in how it was positioned, there was no notable difference.
Then, was
Oh.
God damn it.
That's alright.
Other than the change in how it was positioned, there was no notable difference.
No, it's wrong.
No, that's wrong.
In fact, there was one clear difference between Hifumi in the nurse's office and the repository. His glasses. That fact alone proves that he was only playing dead in the beginning.
Perhaps you'd like to fill the rest of us in?
When we found Hifumi in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered with blood. But when we found him again later in the repository, they were spotless. And I found the item.
There is a detail that is not mentioned, but it is very funny. Is the difference in the face that he's making when
Yeah,
he's
when he's
dead and
playing
when he's
dead.
pretending to be dead. Then when
Yeah.
he's pretending to be dead, he's like, ah!
Yeah.
Oh, Hifumi.
It was a glasses cleaning cloth featuring a certain cartoon mascot. One look at the bloodstain on the cloth should make things clear. This piece of cloth was used to wipe Hifumi's glasses clean, and the mascot on the cloth is the same one that's on the digital camera, right? And whose digital camera was it? Hifumi's, of course.
Demon Princess Pudgy... Yeah.
From Demon Angel Pretty Pudgy Princess, I think.
I do like every time they
put the star in it.
They put the star in it, yeah.
From Lucky Star Star.
I see your point. And the only people here who wear glasses are...
I wouldn't be caught dead using a tacky piece of garbage like that.
A few tissues is all I need to keep my glasses clean.
Then there's no question. It belonged to Hifumi.
So what you're saying is... What exactly?
What I'm saying is, the blood on his glasses was wiped away using his own glasses cleaning cloth.
Even if that is true, it does not mean he wiped the blood off himself.
But who would benefit from a clean pair of glasses other than the glasses owner?
That's a good point.
And it must have been him, right?
So let's assume that Hifumi was still alive in the nurse's office. He pretends to be dead. Then when he's alone, he wipes his glasses clean so he can see. Then he stands up and walks out on his own 2 feet. And with that, the impossible task of moving his copious corpse becomes possible, wouldn't you say?
But then, if he was just pretending to be dead, what was with all that blood? Was it paint or something?
The fridge in the nurse's office contains packs
Okay.
of blood for emergencies. He probably used one of those.
Remember when I said it must not be relevant because it's not a truth bullet?
Dumped it everywhere! But he got crazy with it and had to wipe his glasses off when he was done. God, what an idiot!
And if Hifumi was still alive at that point, the disappearance of Taka's body is easily explained. It should be perfectly obvious who must have moved Taka's corpse.
Just thinking about them designing this trial and being like, oh, should we use the blood packs in the fridge as a truth bullet? No, we need room for the 50 bullet time nonstop debates about how Hiro obviously couldn't have done it. We gotta cut that for time.
Well, we were all gathered in the nurse's office into the equipment room and took Taka's
That also
body.
explains how the door to the repository got locked.
The door was locked? Well, after the bodies disappeared, we all went looking for them, right? Then me and Sakura headed for the repository. But when we got there, the door was locked.
And the repository door can only be locked from the inside, which means when Hina and Sakura got to the repository, someone was already inside.
And it could only have been Hifumi, who'd just finished stashing Taka's body there.
He convinced us all he was dead, and when he saw his chance, he dragged Taka's body to the repository. So, Hifumi wasn't just another victim in this case. He was one of the assailants.
But that means he took part in the murders.
I just can't believe it.
If you're having trouble, would you like me to show you one more piece of evidence?
The Saul smile of, you're having trouble.
The single biggest
Oh.
fact pointing to
Having
You
ball
need my
variations.
help?
to be revealed. You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The item he took off of Taka's lifeless body?
I got it!
Got it.
I got it!
About
I
the note
got it!
Hifumi had
I
hidden
did
in
it!
his Archie.
Hidden note?
That's right. We found it stuffed in his pants.
Just so you know.
In his pants?
Just so you know, Kyoko was digging around in his pants.
Okay, well,
Forget about the pants.
Take a look at what the note said.
Found a hole we can maybe use to escape. Motokuba can't find out. Equipment room at 6 a.m.
That's the note I was telling you about. The one that told me where to go. Huh? Wait, this one's a little different. In my note it said, Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the rec room at 1 a.m.
See. Then this note isn't the same one Hiro got.
It's not the same?
In other words, the killer got in touch with another person besides Hiro, and that person could only have been...
Me!
Taka's pants.
Taka's pants.
The killer used
Hifumi's pants.
Or, yeah.
Taka and murder him.
Hello? Over here! Objection! Objection! I don't really understand what's going on, but Hifumi had that letter, right? So whoever wrote it wasn't drawing out TikTok, they were drawing out Huffy!
Just to be clear, TikTok is Taka and Huffy is Hifumi, right?
Oh, yes! Why must you ruin it every time?
Man!
Genocide Jack is seriously scary, but still, I can't let her get to me.
Alright, I have to prove then that...
Jesus, chill out, Makoto. She's the most pleasant character here.
Mm-hmm.
That's not true. That's Hina. And Sakura.
Huffy had the note, right? Then the person it was intended for must have been Huffy!
Jesus.
But remember what the note said. What time did it say to me?
6 a.m., I believe.
The time doesn't matter! The note has nothing to do with TikTok!
No, that's wrong.
Her face
No,
is just...
there absolutely is a connection.
What the hell are you talking about?
The note
What the hell are you talking about?
Hold on, I'm formulating a joke in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
Me when I see an app icon that's 2 eighth notes, the note has nothing to do with TikTok.
You've already proven that using his wristwatch.
TikTok is a quarter note, right?
I don't know.
Fuck. Shit. What's the TikTok logo?
I thought you... Oh, no. Maybe I'm thinking of... Isn't there a Dota 2 character named TikTok?
Clockwork.
Clockwork. Never mind.
It is a quarter note.
Well, there you go. Boom! Joke succeeded.
But there's more. Look where the note says
Thumbs up for that.
They put the thing she's handling.
Thumbs up.
The great work. And you just open a TikTok
Oh, I
on your
opened
phone.
TikTok. That's nice.
That's great.
That'll never happen again.
Which is where Taka was killed. I see.
I opened it from my Google search of it, to be clear. I don't have TikTok on my phone.
written in the note. I think that should be plenty to show that this note was definitely meant for Taka.
Well, when you put it like that... No further objections!
Then someone used that note to trick Taka. Just the same as me. The culprit really is a cold-blooded monster. Tell it.
I love, I believe it's Greg Chun is his voice actor's name.
Mm-hmm.
Yasuhiro's not my favorite character in this, but his voice acting is so good. You really are a cold-blooded monster! That's so good.
He stole it?
Where's your proof? Go ahead.
Shut the fuck up, Byakuya. I'll fucking kill you.
I got it!
Got
When I
it.
searched Taka's body, I saw that his lifeless hand was gripping a small scrap of paper. If I'm right about this, the sheet of paper this piece came from is... I knew it! It fits perfectly with the note we found hidden on Hifumi.
Then Taka's scrap and Hifumi's note.
Yup. They're from the same piece of paper.
Hifumi had the note meant for Taka, while Taka's corpse still grasped a small piece of that note. There's only one way to explain it.
Taka died clutching the note. Hifumi tried to free the note from its death grip.
Yeah!
I've seen footage. I've seen footage. I've seen footage.
One small scrap. Did I get all that right?
That means
Very good, Sakura.
was important.
Thank you.
Which proves that he
I didn't mean that to sound condescending. Just like, thanks, Sakura.
Nice.
After seeing all this,
It's so rare that anyone contributes anything besides Makoto, Kyoko, and Byakuya.
he was behind the whole thing. In fact,
No.
he's still alive.
Sorry. No.
Wow! Great work!
When we found him in the repository, Hifumi was truly and completely dead.
Here's my theory right now. Hifumi conspired to kill Taka. Frame Hero. Celeste helped him do it.
Here's what I don't get.
And Celeste
Unrelated
killed him.
to that. Here's what I don't get. I don't know why they don't... When they find the bodies in the repository, and Hifumi wakes up for a moment and then dies, I don't know why, when they were writing this mystery, why they didn't write it so that the body discovery announcement plays after he clonks back out. Like, the fact that it doesn't do it that way is just weird.
Was it just me and Hina in the room with Hifumi when he did that?
So what happened was, I believe it was Makoto. I think it was everybody. I think it was Makoto, Celeste, Hina, Sakura, and Byakuya. I think they all found them in the repository at once. Because Hina and Sakura came over to say, like, the door's unlocked. And then you all went in. The announcement plays. And it already played for Taka, so now it's playing for Hifumi. But then Hina cries on his face. He wakes up, says, and then he...
Yasuhiro.
I don't know why it didn't play. I guess...
Because it only plays once for... If the body is already... Like, we all discovered Hifumi.
But he wasn't dead.
Right.
He was alive when you found him, and it played it anyway. I get... Okay, here's what's going on. And this isn't really addressed. This is just like a weird background detail, I guess. In my mind, I always kind of imagined that there was some kind of like heart monitor situation going on. So that the death is like confirmed. But maybe it was just like Monokuma's watching on the cameras. Hifumi drops dead. Monokuma's like... Got it. Hifumi's dead. And then everyone walks in. Monokuma's like, okay, body discovery announcement. And then Hifumi opens his eyes and Monokuma's like, shit.
Yeah. And then just didn't.
I guess that's... in my mind, there's always been like a heart monitor or something, but I guess they would know if that was a thing.
Yeah.
So, never mind. You know what? I talked it out. Not a plot hole.
Right, because as far as we know, the only way Monokuma knows about the dead bodies is just from the cameras.
Yeah, so how would Monokuma see Hifumi seemingly get murdered in the repository
and then
watch
him wake up again?
But he's not really... Yeah. So, never mind. I have unconvinced myself of that plot hole.
After Taka's body vanished, but before we found both bodies in the repository.
During that time, we'd all split up and were searching for Taka's missing body. In other words, during that time, none of us have alibis.
Wait, but me and Sakura were together.
Makoto did it. Makoto did it!
You stupid walrus. Who are you calling a walrus?
Anyway.
They were killed bothering me too. But there's something that's been bothering me even more.
And what might that be?
The weapon they used to kill Hifumi.
A weapon?
Yeah. Because, I mean, according to the Monokuma file, the way Taka and Hifumi were killed was almost the same, with them having similar fractures and all. But Justice Hammer 3 and 4 were still laying around in the nurse's office and equipment room, right? So if Hifumi was killed in the repository, the culprit would have had to grab one of the hammers, kill Hifumi, then put the hammer back where they found it. But wouldn't that be seriously risky for him?
I'm surprised. It seems there's some...
I'm surprised.
...knocking around that skull of yours after all.
Hell yeah, it's packed in there good and tight.
Good for you, man.
Right, though. I don't understand it either. The Monokuma file makes it clear that they were killed using similar instruments. But if the hammers were already laying around those other rooms...
So the question is, how could...
Are you just reacting to the Steam pop-up?
Yes.
That says, Then I Freaked It is now playing Halo Infinite.
I hope they're enjoying it. Whoever Then I Freaked It is.
I haven't really done much of anything with, like, Steam friends in years. I, honest to God, have no idea who that is. It's whoever it is, they've changed their name a million times, and I no longer know.
So which hammer was used to attack Celeste? Number 1 or number 2?
Those were accounted for in other rooms too. And I don't think either one is big enough to kill someone.
Then,
Is it not possible they used a different weapon?
I don't think it is possible. They were both killed with the same kind of thing, right?
So then, what was used to kill Hifumi?
The weapon that was actually used to kill Hifumi. The whole picture surrounding this case won't become clear until we figure that out. Somehow, I have to find the truth. Now put on my truth-finding music.
Just cutting up in the club with my truth-finding music.
What was used to kill Hifumi?
I've got it!
Justice Hammer 3. Maybe Justice Hammer 4.
well, whatever it was, there's one thing we have to figure out. How
What was it?
able to move around so freely with the weapon? How did nobody witness them carrying it?
Sounds like a Justice Hammer 5 is about to make its appearance! Check out murdergear.com/hammertime.
Shut up!
Seems pretty clear. The murder weapon had to be one of the Justice Hammers. And, that's about it.
Alright, what am I contradicting? Fubi was killed in the repository, right? The weapon used to kill both of them were actually similar.
Do you know what the weapon is?
The spotless hammer?
What makes you say that? Here, go to your truth bullets.
One of them was found wet and apparently recently demolished. Okay. So
what does that contradict?
Justice Hammer 3. Maybe Justice Hammer 4.
Well, whatever it was, there's one thing we have to figure out. How was the culprit able to move around so freely with the weapon? How did nobody witness them carrying it?
Does it contradict that?
no.
Sounds like a Justice Hammer 5 is about to make its appearance! Check out murdergear.com/hammertime.
Damn it!
Another point of me hating this trial. I definitely shot that at that because it makes
I got stuck.
Check out murdergear.com/hammertime for more info. But yeah, it's like that is a perfectly reasonable thing to shoot, but that's not it.
Sounds like a Justice Hammer 5 is about to make its appearance! Check out murdergear.com/hammertime for more info!
Well, one thing seems pretty clear. The murder weapon had to be one of the Justice Hammers.
Right, like, why does it contradict that, but not... No, it's not a Justice Hammer. But it isn't not Justice Hammer 5?
It wasn't a Justice Hammer at all. No, it was something completely different.
But
Ace Attorney would have given you that one, I'll tell you that.
Specifically, a hammer from the repository. The killer could have easily used that to kill Hifumi. Now, all the hammers in the repository were covered in flecks of grit and debris, but for some reason... and the reason it had been scrubbed clean was most likely because it was used to commit murder. If the
Murder most foul!
Of course they'd have to clean it off. I'd also like to point out that the repository has all kinds of hammers. Big ones, small ones, and even some flat mallet-like ones. I think whoever made the Justice Hammers used those as a basis for their design.
I mean, that's one way to put that. Jesus, Makoto.
So Hifumi moved Taka's body to the repository, where someone then used a hammer to kill him.
Whoever did that is the key killer.
I wonder if that was a mistranslation.
Yeah.
I could see the original line being, I wonder if they were used as the basis of that.
When they meant they were the base.
Literally, the hammers were made from them as a base.
Yeah.
That's probably what happened there. Because otherwise, what the fuck?
So the idea that anyone would work together like that is simply ludicrous. We talked about this, did we not?
We did talk about how there wouldn't be any reason for anyone to work together. At least that's what we thought at first. But...
Alright, maybe I need to do the thing that it wants me to do, which is watch the conversation.
Sometimes it's obvious enough, but...
Complicit in the murder. Only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive. Assuming the rule holds true, it is simply impossible that two people work together on this.
That is how the rule was explained to us.
But that only really applies if there's one murder, right? In this case, however, there were two murders.
Can we really say there's no chance two people work together on this?
Did I suck up the right thing?
No, you want to contradict that it's impossible. Because you're trying to say, no, maybe there was an accomplice. It's not impossible. And why is it not impossible?
Because there were two murders.
But that only really applies if there's one. In this case, however, there were two murders.
But it was impossible. Actually, there's a spotless hammer that would beg to differ.
Based on the rules that have been laid out for us, even if more than one person is complicit in the murder, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive. Assuming the rule holds true.
No, that's wrong. Since there were two murders, it's at least plausible that more than one person was involved.
What do you mean?
If there'd only been one murder, then yes, the idea of an accomplice isn't really worth considering. Naturally, if only one person can be saved per murder, an accomplice has no risk versus reward benefit.
Game theory.
It is a thing of game theory. Let me tell you about a zero-sum game. Let me give a copy of Undertale to the Pope.
If there's no benefit to you. However, if there were some potential mutual reward for the risk, then cooperation becomes possible.
You're saying that two people could act as each other's accomplices to commit two separate murders.
I think that's what the true killer told Hifumi. They would each have an accomplice for their crime. And based on the case's events, Hifumi would have been the first one to act, murdering Taka. They made him carry out the first murder so he couldn't back out of helping them later on.
So in this case, there wasn't one single person committing multiple murders. Instead, each person killed someone, creating two separate incidents. And it only looked like one person because that's how the true killer designed it to look. A single suspicious individual, a similar weapon used in each crime, disappearing bodies by creating one seamless set of
The kerning is really bothering me.
Yeah.
The Mastermind picked the target.
And then, to avoid the no accomplices rule, they simply killed their accomplice. Which, if true, means that betraying Hifumi was part of the plan from the very beginning.
That's just awful. How could anyone be so cruel?
You think so? I can't help but admire its cunning. Still, their choice of accomplice seems odd.
The effort made to convince us the two murders were the same. That was the main characteristic this time. Kyoko must have noticed that fact from the very beginning. Which is why she said not to look at this as a series of connected events, but entirely separate incidents. Kyoko really is amazing. Although, when you think about it, she's almost too amazing. Like, it's almost unnatural how good she is at this.
Undercover cop.
But then, who was the one pulling Hifumi's strings?
That's problem numero uno right now.
The true killer manipulated Hifumi to carry out a number of actions, and in the end, murdered him. In the debates up till now, the way the case has unfolded, when you consider all that, there's really only one person who seems to fit.
Who else is gonna manipulate Hifumi? Other than Celeste. She's done it before.
Here's my answer.
Here's my
This
answer.
seems correct.
It was Celeste.
So I'm the suspicious individual.
I mean,
am
you just were like, I was attacked!
I really do hate this kind of joke.
A joke? I wonder.
So what you are saying, then, is that I specifically chose to work together with Hifumi. The idea that I would choose to spend any amount of time interacting with him, that I would go within 10 feet of that shit brain fat, lazy, worthless, goddamn idiot! Pardonnez-moi.
Just to be clear, there is evidence to support it.
Is that so?
It is. Throughout the investigation, there was certain behavior that was common only to the two of you. Considering what we've learned so far, it only further proves that the two of you were working together.
Here's something fun. So I play Animal Crossing Pocket Camp, and I send gifts back and forth with different people who are my friends. And I just got a notification that Fumi has sent me a gift.
He Fumi?
The Fumi.
A Fumi?
I got it! The behavior they had in common has to do with the suspicious individual in the suit, doesn't it? The only ones who ever actually saw Robo-Justice firsthand were Celeste and Hifumi.
Shush. The adults are talking now.
Okay, asshole.
Sorry.
Don't fucking. Oh my god.
Only Celeste and Hifumi ever laid eyes on the costume.
Oh, shut up! The adults are talking now. Anyway, what he said.
Anyway, Makoto's right.
What a dickhead.
What Celeste has said as well.
Are you saying everything they told us was a lie?
After taking Hifumi to the nurse's office, we all began our search for this individual, correct? And not too long after that, do you remember what Celeste said?
Saw a shadow, top of the stairs, second floor.
Do you remember what Celeste said? I believe it went a little something like this. Ugh.
Up on the third floor,
She let out a blood-curdling scream.
and when we'd all come to see what was wrong, what was it she said?
That was rather intense. Yeah.
Saw him on the third floor.
Once she'd done her job of getting us all up to the physics lab, it was time for her partner to get to work.
Yeah.
It was to get us to divide into two groups.
And she could take
So that
Hina to the
we
bathroom.
discovered both bodies at the same time?
In fact, Celeste was precisely the one who proposed that we split up.
Lead the hunting party. Makoto and Hina, you come with me to the nurse's office.
Well, if Celeste and Hifumi were working together, all those chance events suddenly become connected. And on top of that, that piercing cry of yours early on. That was to signal Hifumi, wasn't it? It was your way of telling him, we're on the third floor. Everything's going according to plan. Why else would you let out a scream that could have carried across the sea?
All right.
I just realized another strange thing. When we found Hifumi
Shut
in
the
nurse's
fuck
office,
up,
we
Makoto.
now know was only pretending to be dead.
Certainly was not expecting this. Did imagine that Fumi would be murdered!
Celeste, you were the first one to say he'd been murdered. You wanted to make sure we wouldn't have any doubt in our minds.
I don't believe it. Everything. The whole thing was one big act.
Hina, you were with Celeste when Hifumi's body disappeared, right?
Yeah. I was feeling kind of sick, so Celeste took me to the bathroom. Wait! Then that was...
She wasn't worried about you. She just saw a chance to help Hifumi sneak out of the nurse's office.
Each piece isn't much by itself, but start putting them together and the picture gets very ugly indeed. Wouldn't you agree, Celeste?
I have no idea what you mean.
Don't bother trying to deny it. You made one fatal mistake.
Oh, did I?
I didn't even catch it myself when you first said it, but looking back, I can say that that one little slip-up was your undoing.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about what you said after Hifumi's body disappeared and we returned to the nurse's office.
They must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused. We're all going to die here. We're all going to die just like those guys died.
Do you know what's up with that?
I remember her saying that too, but I don't understand what's so strange about it.
Then pay attention.
We hadn't found Taka yet.
Toko and I were first to discover Taka's body in the equipment. Then Makoto showed up and told us Hifumi had been killed. So Sakura and I left with Makoto. Once we were in the hall, we ran into Celeste, and the four of us headed to the nurse's office.
One sec. Okay. I wasn't sure if you were like fully off screen, but no, you're not.
About Taka being dead. Think about it. Celeste's comment doesn't make sense. It was completely out of place.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about. Although I don't really get what it means.
You hear that, Celeste? Everyone's having some trouble understanding. Could you repeat what you said? If you're really not the culprit, you shouldn't have any problem repeating it, right?
Byakuya, but what?
All I said was, they must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused. They must be positively elated. We are all going to die here. We are going to die. Just like those guys died. And that is all I said.
And that's all it takes to finish this. It's obvious, isn't it? What was so strange about Celeste's comment?
Other way around.
God damn it!
Yeah, you gotta think of it in terms of,
They must really be enjoying the sight of us. They must be. We are all
the those guys comment doesn't contradict so strange, but so strange contradicts those guys. We're gonna die like those guys died. That's so strange. Yeah. It sucks.
We are all going to die here. We are going to die. Just like those. No, it's wrong.
No, we're not.
That's right. There's no reason Celeste should have said, just like those guys died. When she said that, none of us had told her Taka was dead.
Exactly. And we didn't run into her until after we were all out in the hall. So there was never any chance for her to have seen his body in the equipment room for herself.
So how did you know, Celeste? How did you know more than one person had been killed? And how did you know they were both guys? Because Kyoko had also disappeared, right? So she could have been dead too.
You all have such vivid imaginations. You know that?
Imaginations?
You claim that I was lying when I told you about the suspicious person I saw. Then what about the picture I took? How do you explain this picture of the costumed villain dragging Hifumi away?
I'll bring that back in, huh?
There has to be some kind of setup, right? So let's put the
She makes a very good point.
Then she used the camera's timer to set up the picture.
Have you so quickly forgotten? You are the only one who could have possibly fit into that suit. Plus, I happen to know that this particular camera does not...
Oh, you really know the ins and outs of that camera that you're relying on. Interesting.
This is a picture of Hifumi being dragged away. If everything I told you was a lie, how can this picture exist?
Simple. Are we sure that's really a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away?
What could you possibly mean by that?
Surely there are other explanations than the one you've offered up.
No, there is no other explanation.
Damn it.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why it's not just the suit's empty, but whatever.
I would say it's a picture of Hifumi dragging the suspect away.
That's certainly in the realm of possibility. The one being dragged off in that picture isn't Hifumi, but the person in the robot suit. We've simply been led to believe that it's the other way around. And the strange costume might only exist to lead us astray even farther. If you saw someone wearing something like that in this situation, of course you'd notice and be suspicious.
That's what happened! You put me to sleep and made me out to be the bad guy in all this!
Such a thing is utterly impossible.
Damn it.
Hifumi was dragging him away? Ridiculous.
Damn
isn't
it.
I don't think it's ridiculous at all.
Then shut your mouth and allow me to educate you.
Celeste thinks she... But it...
Sorry. I'm mashing buttons. Too excited. Too excited to get this lady out of here.
So here's my question to you. Are you sure that she did it? Because she has a point. That's ridiculous.
Yasuhira's messages meet me in the dining hall. Blueprints. And the costume.
Then you just draped me across Hifumi and had him carry my weight. You tried to make me look like the bad guy.
Like I said, ridiculous. As you can see in the picture, the suspect is standing perfectly upright. If the person inside the suit was unconscious, there's no way they could stand up straight like that.
Then the fortune-telling idiot is the culprit after all.
No way!
Damn it. It really was Yasuhira.
Hina said they couldn't bend at the waist.
You dressed me up in that suit after I passed out. Then you just draped me across Hifumi and had him carry my weight. You tried to make me look like the bad guy.
I'm glad you didn't notice my massive eye roll at the thing that you're supposed to contradict then.
As you can see in the picture, the suspect is standing perfectly upright. If the person inside the suit was unconscious, there's no way they could stand up straight like that.
No, that's wrong.
Gotta keep my energy up. It's almost midnight. It's sleepy time.
Inside the suit were unconscious. They could still stand up like that because that Robo Justice suit had a certain characteristic.
Totally can't bend at the waist. Seems like a pretty serious oversight.
They totally made a mistake when they made it, so it couldn't bend at the waist.
I'm not so sure that was a mistake. I think the suit was designed from the beginning to be used the way it was.
This is what I don't get. This trial to me is full of unforced errors. Like, for example, it would have worked exactly the same, but slightly less obvious if it had, you can bend at the waist. And the answer was, he wasn't in the suit. That was just a staged photo.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they didn't need to, like, by adding the thing about you can't bend at the waist, like, it
They've
just
added so much more
Right,
doubt
like,
and ambiguity into their story.
This trial could have worked a lot better if it was like, okay, we don't think that it was Hero, but we can't prove it wasn't Hero, so let's put a pin in that. Because we can't just say it definitely wasn't Hero because it doesn't feel right.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe let's just say, I don't know, and keep going. No, it's like, the whole trial, or the whole mystery is designed from the ground up to pin it on Hero, and literally the first thing that happens is that you confirm with no possible room for error that it definitely wasn't Hero. All of the stuff that was designed to make it look like it was Hero is exactly what proves that it wasn't.
Yeah.
It's just, it sucks. It makes me so mad. And there's another thing that I'm holding on to that I'll say in a moment.
Believe whoever was in the suit was to blame.
I suppose this is checkmate.
He was drugged and put in a locker, though.
What do you mean, checkmate?
Nice, get her.
So
The Ace Attorney freakout sprite.
Maybe Celeste wanted Hero to be like restrained when he was in the suit in case he like woke up or something. Yeah, I can believe that he's in the suit. He can't take it off. He's running around like, what the fuck?
I think that's a mistake though, even for the mystery is there should have been a part where he shows up running around in the suit.
Yeah.
Because that
then they're like, the murderer, and he's like, what the fuck?
And it's Hero, and he's like, oh shit, and you're like, yeah, right, yeah, oh, I don't know, yeah, we caught you, haha.
Yeah, that could have been.
And that would have like given some credence to her claim that there was a guy in a suit running around.
Mm-hmm.
You find him in a locker.
Yeah.
Like you find him there. Like imagine if he had showed up and he's like, no, I just woke up in a locker and I ran out here. And then there's no, like, you have to go, like, I mean, it's your word against our testimony. Like, nobody saw you wake up in the locker.
Yeah.
But Kyoko saw him wake up in the locker.
Who killed me? That's right. I remember their name. Yasuhiro.
Jesus, Celeste, your voice.
She went to a whole new octave.
Yasuhiro. In other words, Yasuhiro Takakure!
Wait, but my name isn't really Yasuhiro. It's actually Taro.
You're confusing. You're only making things more complicated.
He did say Yasuhiro. But are we sure he was really pointing the finger at Hiro?
What the hell are you talking about? I'll burn you alive!
Kyoko, what do you mean by that?
Think back to how Hifumi used to talk to us. How did he refer to each of us?
I got it!
Mr. Naegi.
That's right. Our last names. He called us all by our last names.
Exactly. I know I heard him say Mr. Naegi more than once, for example. So if Hifumi did
Mr. Naegi.
Hiro's name, he would have said his last name, Hagakure.
I'm sure it was just incidental. By chance, his first name, indecent?
Don't talk.
I hate to hand it to Byakuya.
That was a funny one.
On the other hand, though, he's silencing Genocide Jack, which is fucked up.
No, there's no reason to think he would have said the name any different than normal. But he must have run out of energy before he could say any more.
So Hifumi was trying to tell us the last name of whoever killed him?
But the name he said doesn't apply to anyone here.
Well, no. Hold on. There's one person it could apply to, and that's Celeste. She never actually told us what her real name is.
What did you just say? To think you'd take your false accusation so far, I don't know whether to laugh or spit. Come on! Enough with your idiotic blather. Yasuhiro is a loser's name. Do I look like a loser?
1 point of credit. I hate the character of Celeste.
Great voice actor.
Oh yeah, no question.
Delicious.
I love every time she goes in and out. When she's like, this is absolutely fucking ridiculous! That's great. I love that.
What's your real name?
Make sure your ear holes are wide open and listen up! My real name is Celestia Ludenberg. Could you please stop making me repeat myself over and over again?
Can I see your handbook?
Here's another thing I hate about this case. Kyoko says the handbooks might be relevant later. She wasn't in the room for him saying Yasuhiro. So I have no idea why she would know that.
He wanted us to know the killer's last name, Yasuhiro.
If there's one person here who might have that last name,
it would have to be you, Celeste. You haven't told anyone what your real name is.
I mean, whether or not that's true, Kyoko. Oh, I see what you're saying.
How long do you plan to go on pretending?
I love when Master yells at people.
The color of television is the Chivo you just unlocked. You unlocked a Chivo called the color of television.
Oh.
I think by silencing white noise, maybe?
What?
What?
It shows the owner's name when it boots up. Monokuma told us all about it before.
Handbooks!
When you started up...
Share the right Sorry, everyday handbook. Many more uses.
All we have to do is check her handbook, and that'll clear up everything. That's how we can find out Celeste's real name.
That's an invasion of privacy. I refuse to cooperate.
Celeste, can you please just tell us what really happened? Please, just tell us.
Even when I'm put in check, it's just my nature not to give up. Because until the game's over, you never know what might happen.
Fine then. Let me settle it. Let me go over the case again.
Okay, now that you're making a comic book, I'll say my last thing. One of the things that I hate the most about this case is it is such a fucking missed opportunity with the character of Celeste that literally when we meet her, we learn that she's the ultimate gambler. They call her the Queen of Liars, or Queen of Lies. I can't remember which one. She is so fucking obvious this whole time. She is such a terrible liar.
Moving the body.
Like
chips.
Like what? Why is she so obvious? Why couldn't they have at least made her like a bit? Like her plan is so shit, and she's so not subtle every time she lies. It's such a missed opportunity. Like. It almost feels like the Queen of Liars, the ultimate gambler. Like, she should be the fucking...
Oh, no, wait, this is wrong.
She should be the fucking, like, final boss of this game. Like, the most difficult to catch in a lie, the most conniving and clever. And, like, I know that part of it is, like, she was kind of held back by the fact that she was working with Hifumi, who is not on her level. But, like, even in the courtroom, she's fucking terrible at it.
So she met up with Hifumi. He's sweating? Is that right? That doesn't seem right.
It's just Hifumi. I mean, he's sweating right there in the next panel.
Yeah, true. All right, so they have the stuff in here. They knocked out Yasuhiro, put him in the costume.
And don't forget, you can click on the question marks to see.
Yeah, that's what I have been doing. Okay. Knocked him out and stepped him in the robo justice suit, and used a certain item to do it. Oh, to stuff him in the camera. Act 3. He's got the little bit of white in his hair, which I love.
Where
what time
the
is Taka
heck?
supposed to head up to the equipment room?
Where is that person to tell me about the hole, dang it?
Justice Hammer 4. Aw, man. Ha 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 ha. Justice Hammer that used to kill Taka. It was 4. Act 4. Look at this pic. The library, Hifumi used something to fake the existence of a shadowy criminal.
It's a very interesting poster.
A really interesting poster. It was 2 because making
Celeste,
it look
then
like
Hifumi, then
had 1. Hifumi had 2.
3 was Hifumi in the nurse's office.
Yeah.
And then Taka was 4.
Which
you know, that's one of the things about this case that yeah, he's having fun. That's one of the things about this case that I feel like was at least a good idea is the increasing numbers of the hammers to trick you into thinking that, but then you just see that his watch broke and it's just like, oh no, it was actually this time. Yeah, I don't know what happened here.
There. Pull the dolly. Roll it out.
I think every case after this is better than that. I think
Meow, meow, meow.
2 is the worst for what it is as a story. But I think this is just as a murder mystery. I hate this one so much. All right.
Here we go.
Before anything, the killer persuaded someone to help carry out the murder, and that person was...
I really do, to be honest, I do feel bad about the amount that I've been complaining about this the entire time, especially in the ways that I feel like I've kind of been, like, several times accidentally revealing stuff just because I'm so mad and I can't wait to complain about it. But I can't keep it in. It's the only case that is so bad that it'll do that to me. I won't do it again, I promise. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
That someone they met with was Hero.
It didn't spoil my experience at all. Like, I still was like, it's probably Celeste as we went through the whole
yeah, I
story
mean, that's
again.
the other thing, is you clocked her
really early
I think
on.
in the elevator room.
Yeah.
If not earlier.
Yeah, I think I suspected her when we were going over stuff with Sakura, and it was like Celeste is the guiding kind of voice for all of this.
I will say, to be fair, when I played this one, I didn't realize it was Celeste until the moment where you have to accuse her. I didn't pick up on any of that, but everything else was just like... Everything else about it, I was like, obviously it's not Hero. Obviously Hifumi is alive. Obviously Taka died first. But then when it was like, and who's been leading us around? I was like, oh, I guess it's Celeste, huh? But yeah. The rest of it didn't work for me at all either, so...
They moved into the murder phase of their plan. They called Taka to the equipment room. And that's where Hifumi killed him, making it the scene of the first murder.
I think that where this one goes wrong so much is that so many of the things about it that are just so convoluted and pointless are all just to pin it on Hero. And the hammer thing is kind of the only thing that isn't. But like everything about like moving the bodies and making sure that nobody else ever sees what's going on. Screen just went black. That was weird. We're fine. But yeah, everything else about it is just setting up Hero. The suit, the like Celeste getting hit when Hero's the only one without an alibi, dragging the person in the suit around to make it look like, making the suit not bend at the waist, so there's no way that, which again, but and it's all in service of pinning it on Hero. It just feels like if Celeste had said, you know what, I'm very smart, I'm a great liar, I'm just gonna fucking kill Hifumi or Taka.
And make it seem like...
she has such a better shot. Like, I literally don't know why she did any of this.
Yeah.
The killers wanted us to see Justice Hammer 1. And the
I think the real part where the plan falls apart is I don't know why she moved the bodies at all. I really don't know what that adds. I've never been able to figure out what the angle was supposed to be.
To why she told Hifumi to get up and move Taka.
Right, like why... Like even she could have just said like, okay, Hina, let's you go to the bathroom, I'll stay here with the body, and then just fucking kill him with the hammer. Like that would have... I just don't know what the point of moving the bodies was even supposed to be.
People in order as they did. He fell right into their trap and started looking for the suspect based on that. But while we did that, we left Hifumi alone in the nurse's office. This was exactly what Hifumi was hoping for. He took a blood packet from the refrigerator and Justice Hammer 3 and turned the room into a crime scene in which he himself had apparently been brutally murdered. He let out a scream to draw us back, and when we returned, that's what we found. Meanwhile, the other group that had been out searching found Taka's body at the same time. So when we heard the body discovery announcement, we naturally assumed it was for Hifumi. We left the nurse's office, and Hifumi once again took advantage of the situation. He simply got up and made his escape. When we learned his body had disappeared, we all rushed back to the nurse's office. And once again, Hifumi had the chance he was waiting for. This time, he snuck into the equipment room.
Yeah, I guess it's a matter of what she told him, why to move it to the repository.
All the way down to the repository. That explains how each of the bodies disappeared.
Yeah, I really don't know what the point of moving the bodies was.
Didn't know what the true killer had in mind for their final act. Their plan all along was to kill Hifumi.
Because killing him in the repository and washing the hammer serves to confuse how Hifumi got there by everyone being like, well, how did he move? He was dead. But, yeah, it's just like, I don't... To what end? Because it's one of those things, and this is a big thing in Ace Attorney, is, just take what you know, which is... There's no way someone could have moved Hifumi's corpse up the stairs. Which means it didn't happen. But Hifumi did move up the stairs. How is that possible? He must have moved on his own. And that logic doesn't happen if he just stayed dead in the nurse's office. If she just killed him in the nurse's office. I just don't know why that's not what happened. So.
Listen to you, trying to take charge.
Hate this mission. Mission? Mystery.
Celestia Ludenberg. Actually, no. Taiko Yasuhiro is fine.
Taiko?
So, you finally accepted it.
I'm the kind of person, once I've lost, I don't like things to drag on.
Interesting.
Also, I have to assume this is not a criticism. This is just a localization thing. I wonder if in the original, if the thing was obviously everyone's probably calling each other Naegi-san, Kirigiri-san, and Hifumi is also calling everyone last name San, but then he was going to say Yasuhiro-san.
No, I suppose this is the end.
But they had to make him call everyone by their last names generally, just to make it stand out, I guess. I don't know.
The moment we've all been waiting for. Time to vote. Okay? Okay. If you would, please locate your lever and cast your vote. And when the votes are tallied, who will become the Blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
I like that they had him record it a different time. Record it differently each time. They didn't have to, but they did it anyway. For me. Well, like I said with Chihiro's trial, or I guess Mondo's trial, it's all uphill from here. The Blackened this time, the true killer who devised the whole stinking scheme was Celestia Ludenberg, or more precisely, Taiko Yasuhiro!
Honestly.
I lost. Well, that sucks. I guess trying to work with someone else was a mistake after all. Hifumi's ineptitude was beyond all my calculations.
I knew it.
So, you really did approach Hifumi with this plan? But how did you get him to agree? I can't admit he would have happily agreed to commit murder.
I'm sure she relied on her specialty, lying.
My specialty? Don't make me laugh. I didn't have to lie to get him to agree.
So then.
Then did you use... You know. I knew you'd figured it out, Kyoko. You're absolutely right. To get Hifumi to act as my accomplice, I used her. For everyone who's still left, I'll avoid mentioning it by name, but it was the one thing Hifumi and Taka were both super into. Does she
mean... Is she talking about alter ego?
Say what?
What? What are you talking about?
Just a second.
Don't interrupt. We're in the middle of a very important conversation
The
here.
adults are talking right now, Monokuma.
I'm totally out of the loop as usual. How sad.
In other words.
Then you're the one that stole it.
Indeed.
That's right.
I see.
And you used it to drag Hifumi into the plan you'd come up with. Right again. Last night, after we had our meeting about how it disappeared, I paid Hifumi a little visit.
Kind of started doing it again.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what else to do for her voice.
She's kind of just like, yeah, that's right.
Oh, what are you doing here?
Oh, God.
Oh, well,
It was nice
she's
not
in her
having to
French
do-
accent. I was hoping I
Hifumi's
could talk
voice for
to
a
you
while.
alone. It is about what was stolen. I know who did it.
What? Are you okay with this?
It was Taka. He stole it.
What?
So then...
And I have proof. Would you like to see it? As it turned out, I found a
This
use...
is-
Oh yeah, this is her. As it turned out, I'd found a use for the digital camera. I'd taken you-know-what to Taka's room earlier, and took pictures of it there. I deleted the picture as soon as I'd shown it to Hifumi, of course.
Grr, so it was him. But how did he do it? She was supposed to yell if either of us got close to her.
You are correct. Which is why Taka forced me to steal it.
As for me...
Please forgive me. He threatened me.
Oh.
He did?
As for me...
He came to my room last night unannounced, and then it's hard for me to even say. He abused me.
What?
And he took pictures. He said if I did not do as he asked, he would do that, show them to everyone. So I had no choice.
That's a crime. An absolute crime. I knew he'd gone a little crazy, but I never imagined he would go that far.
It was amazing how completely he bought it. I can't express how enjoyable that was.
Oh, Hifumi. He thought that he was murdering an absolute piece of shit, but he was actually murdering our special guy. I'm about to say something I've never said before in my life. I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna fucking kill him.
Wait, please. If you go now, you will be playing right into his hands.
Huh?
Actually...
Taka is planning to use her to escape. And he has made you his target.
Escape? You don't mean...
Taka is going to try and kill you.
Indeed.
And also he can keep her to himself.
That bastard.
Unforgivable. Completely unforgivable.
Bastard, 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 bastard!
Honestly.
Can we allow him to continue with these barbaric acts?
Absolutely not. How could I? She...
I swear, I will save her!
Actually...
Then, would you like to join with me? It just so happens I have come up with a plan.
Huh?
I have devised a way to reclaim what he has stolen and escape this dreadful school. And with that, it is complete.
Huh? What are you talking about? Again,
Nothing.
she's the queen of liars. One, why would she just... I mean, I know that she's, like, underestimating Hifumi, and clearly she didn't need to not underestimate him, but the fact that she's, like, openly...
There we go. And then
my
he's like,
plan
what?
is...
Oh, nothing!
The other thing, though, is, like, don't reveal your hand that you've already got a plan ready.
Yeah.
Pretend to be like,
We should do
I
something.
agree. We have to do something.
Yeah.
Let's come up with a plan. Not just like, oh, great. Well, then let's work together on this. I've got a plan ready to go. Like, that's a... I mean, again, Hifumi was easily manipulated. He was not the most savvy when it came to this scheme, but like...
Right, considering that it was about
she wasn't even
alter
fucking
ego,
trying.
and it was also Celeste who already got him to do her dumb bullshit for her.
Yeah,
Like,
that's my big problem that this all goes back to is, one, I just think the mystery's not very good, but even more importantly than that, it just takes all the potential that Celeste had as a character and just goes, actually, she was never going to be a very cool, like, threat. She was never going to be, like, a very, like, effective puppet master.
Yeah.
No, she's actually a terrible liar, and she has the worst plan you could ever come up with.
Yeah. Hifumi agreed without a second thought. The effect that item had on him was remarkable. The power of love. Even a love as twisted as that can still drive people mad, it would seem.
You disgust me.
I see.
I have another question for you. Was that strange costume Hifumi's create? Oh, I did almost let this slip earlier because, and this was I wasn't trying to do this. This was a genuine, like, didn't they say Robo Justice somewhere? It was when Hifumi was telling you, my demon princess Pudgy whatever. He was like fighting the evil forces of whoever alongside Robo Justice.
Okay.
So that is an early clue that Hifumi is in on it. I accidentally almost revealed that without thinking, and I was like,
forgot.
It might have been from anime.
Good save. Good save. Yeah, it was a real pain in the butt, too.
It was in the light novels.
All I asked him to do was make something to hide the face and general body size. I had no idea he'd make something like that, but it's my fault for picking him in the first place. Yeah, no shit.
Oh, so I guess Hifumi was the one who made it not bend at the waist? But...
Why?
I don't know. That one's kind of unclear, because that feels like it was part of the scheme. Yeah, I don't know.
Why'd you... Okay.
So, why'd you decide to make me the suspect?
Because you're stupid.
That's it? Yeah, I guess he just wanted it to look cool. Fine, I'll retract that one. The rest of it stands.
In that regard, I made the right choice. I'm so glad your stupidity surpassed my every expectation.
Yeah, right back at you, Celeste.
Life must have been tough on your parents, though.
I feel like I could cry.
But when you were explaining your plan to Hifumi, how did you explain the part about him playing dead?
What she's asking is, what was Hifumi supposed to do after that, assuming you had actually let him live?
Are you okay with this?
That's simple. After he did his part and pretended to be dead, once someone showed up, I told him to say that he'd been seriously wounded. He was on the verge of death, but he just barely held on. And he really believed that? Well, of course! That wasn't all there was to it. As I explained to Hifumi, the plan was, while you were all questioning him about what had happened to him, I was going to murder someone else. At that point, Hifumi would have had an alibi, so no one could doubt him. I told him that, and he believed it.
Damn, that's a better mystery than the one that we got. I'm glad that it's all coming out in the post-mystery conversation. Like, that... All of this shit with, like, oh, I took pictures in Taka's room, blah, blah, blah.
He attacked me.
He attacked me. I told him that this was what, like... I just, like, they couldn't have found a way to at least work that in, because that's, like, a way more interesting mystery than what we actually got. It all seems very straightforward. Stereotypical.
I just matched the lie to the level of the opponent. In fact, Hifumi ate it up. He believed the lie wholeheartedly, right up until the moment of his death.
So in the end...
So you had planned to kill him all along. But of course... There would have been no point to my plan if the one who pretended to be dead did not end up dead himself.
Yeah, because he would have just known that she did it.
Yeah. How can human life mean so little to you?
Well,
that's a non-issue. I simply did everything in my power to win.
Don't be mean.
Now you sound like Byakuya.
I wonder about that.
No, he derives his pleasure from the thrill of the hunt. In that aspect, we are nothing alike.
Why?
Then what made you take things this far? Was it really just for money? Are you talking about the $10 million Monokuma offered us? That is a lot of money, it's true. But that's not all there is to it. From the moment our new life here began, my only thought has been escape.
But all along you've been saying how we have to accept living here.
You little bitch.
Obviously, that was a lie.
Huh?
I couldn't take it. I hated it from day one. More than anyone else in here.
You little bitch.
I wanted to get out. Every day was fresh torture. And you want to know why? Huh?
This is a moment, again, that would have worked a lot better for me if she had been a good liar in the trial that is against her.
Because I had a dream.
If, like, she... Yeah, whatever. Anyway.
And accepting the life here would have meant nothing less than giving up on my dream forever.
Honestly.
And there was no way that I could ever do that. In the underground world of gambling, I risked my life to make a metaphorical killing.
As for me,
And it was all for that dream.
And what was this dream of yours?
isn't it wonderful?
To live in a European castle.
A castle?
and to gather handsome men from all over the world to serve as my butlers / bodyguards.
Okay, pause. Not pause. No, just like don't advance the conversation. So the guy kissing her shoe is Byakuya.
Mm-hmm.
And then the rest of them are nobody in particular.
Oh,
but
okay.
holding the no, I'm not telling you this. I'm just saying what they look like.
Mm-hmm.
But the one holding the tray,
Mm-hmm.
that is Kiryu to me. That's just Kiryu. That's just what Kiryu looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Then
What a cool dream. I was going to make them dress them up like vampires and satisfy my every need.
dress up like vampires, huh?
Once I obtained
More
that,
and more people are doing that.
I would
these
have created
days.
a perfectly aesthetic world of decadence. Living the rest of my life there was my only dream, my only goal. That's what life is all about. What a shitty dream.
What a shitty character.
Combined with my own winnings, Monokuma's $10 million would have made that dream a reality. I got right to the edge, but
There is nothing to be done.
unfortunately, my dream has been scattered to the wind. Still, I don't have any regrets. I pursued my dream till the very end, so why would I?
I do want to take back something that I just said, because I do think that Celeste is a shitty character, but I don't think that is part of it, because I do think that part of what I love about Danganronpa
Mm-hmm.
is this feeling that it is so good at giving you this like atmosphere of just everything being like wrong and like uncomfortable and unfamiliar.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's something that Byakuya gets at a lot, which is don't assume that everyone else is like you.
Mm-hmm.
And it especially works from Makoto's perspective as an incredibly average high school student like you or me.
Mm-hmm. Because we're normal.
Yeah, for Makoto to be the lens that we view the world through, and we're just like, I cannot comprehend these people.
Mm-hmm.
And for Celeste to be like, yes, I have this dream that is so fucking stupid,
Mm-hmm.
but it's literally the point of my life, and I will kill everybody here to get at it.
Mm-hmm.
I think that is an idea that I like. I don't love the execution of it. Oops, execution. Maybe in a moment. But I do like that for her.
Yeah.
The idea that like you're all this time, like Sayaka was like, I need to get out of here. I need to find my friends and make sure they're okay. That Mondo was like, I can't let everyone know what I did because
Mm-hmm.
my gang will fall apart. And then Celeste is like, no, it's literally just the dumbest, pettiest shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it was for. And I do like that.
Yeah.
I
I like the idea of a thing that's really small and petty and pretty stupid, just greed, or
Mm-hmm.
and then it just escalates to this point. I mean, as we like speaking of Kiryu, Yakuza 6. That's like a big thing.
Yeah.
It's just like so
no
this
spoilies.
no spoilies, but
just everything being motivated by the pettiest, greediest shit.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I think it works for Makoto to just like look at Celeste and be like,
man, fuck you.
You are just from a different world than me,
Mm-hmm.
and I can't understand what is in your head. But
You sound so passionate, but you were really able to kill your own friends for it?
Oh,
Are you asking me to feel guilty? That's a pointless endeavor. I think nothing of sacrificing others for my own ends. I feel nothing.
do you understand?
That's all there is to me. That's what makes me complete. Isn't it terrifying how different our values are? There's simply no room for understanding.
What is this?
That's what we should be saying. And plus, how can you be so calm? Don't you realize you're about to die? Why aren't you scared? My ability to lie is unrivaled, except for the previous half an hour. And I take pride in that.
that's
It's
why
not
I'm
just
currently about
other
to get
people.
executed.
I can even fool my own emotions. The conscious deceives the unconscious.
And that's why you're not scared?
Yes, indeed.
That's right. I don't fear death. Kill me however you like. But you know, if I could be reincarnated, if I had a choice, then
Isn't it wonderful?
I think I'd like to come back as Marie Antoinette.
You just get executed again.
Celeste smiled then, and when she did, it looked to me like a poor effort to force it. She claimed she could fool her own feelings, but that statement itself must have been her final lie. And that weak fake smile is what betrayed her.
I like that ending also. I like that. That's good.
Y'all done?
Y'all done? Okay, then let's get rolling. The Blackened disturbed the peace and must pay the price.
Now then, I prepared a very special punishment.
For her, the ultimate gambler.
Give it everything we've got. It's punishment time.
I guess I'll let Kyoko hold on to this. What?
This is...
Will it really give you the hope you're looking for? I can't say I ever saw it that way.
Is that...
Which is why...
Is that Makoto from Persona?
Actually, it's not important.
Does sound like
I think that might be her.
Well then, take care, everyone.
Yeah, that's Makoto.
Perhaps we'll meet again.
Celestia Ludenberg, voice actor.
It's not her.
Oh, sounds just like her.
It really does, but no, that's not her. I should have said who it was, but I closed it already. Whoops. Let me get this in quick.
The Burning of the Versailles
Mariette
Witch.
Harrington.
Ugh.
Not a fan?
Terrible way to go. What a way to go!
What a way to go.
Don't show me that.
For all the weird fan service stuff that they had with, like, Hina and the fucking bathroom, they are a lot of the time, like, if they have a shot that's, like, kind of looking up someone's dress, they will, like, blur it out, and I'm like, well, thank God for that, at least. Or not blur it out, but, like, shadow it, like Jotaro smoking a cigarette. Oh, shit! The music for her execution is fucking weird. I do kind of like her execution for the fact that she's like, I want to be Marie Antoinette. I want to live in a castle. I want to be blah blah blah. I'm the queen. I'm the queen.
And she gets hit by
and
a
then
truck.
they're like, yeah, we're gonna give you a dramatic burning at the stake. Just kidding. I hit you with a car. The end.
It's over. The third execution is over. Celeste's death is over. The worst case in the game is over. Celeste killed my friend, so I can't pity her, but I also can't deny that at one point I considered her a friend too, apparently. And for him to just come along and... Isn't it just awful? Someone couldn't cut free of their regrets from the outside world, and so more people had to die.
You guys are still young. You need to place more value on your lives.
What are you gonna do?
Jeez. And here I thought you guys were gonna pass the torch of hope to the next generation.
What do I care about hope? I'll throw it in the trash if you just let me out of here.
You're all the embodiment of hope, whether you like it or not. And it's my destiny to knock you down one by one. It's sad, yes it is, but that reality just can't be avoided.
Don't talk like you're not responsible. How long are you gonna make us keep going through this? What do you want from us?
God, I'm so sick of people asking me that. Give it a rest already. So anyway, Kyoko, did I see you get some kind of key type object from Celeste? So, what's the deal with that? Huh? What's the matter?
So then,
I'll answer your question if you answer mine. What did you do? What did you do to me?
What?
hey,
Answer me. What did you do to my body?
Oh man, oh jeez. Oh man, oh jeez. What do you mean, what did I do? I have no idea. I don't know anything about it.
What was that just now? The mastermind did something to Kyoko's body? What does that mean?
Okay, things are getting kinda awkward. I think it's about time I got out of here. Meanwhile, you guys can go on enjoying your school life. If you get lonely, give me a shout. Not that I'll do anything about it, of course. See ya!
Monokuma disappeared, leaving us all depressed and in despair. Although, it wasn't all despair. There was one small hope. Hey Kyoko, Monokuma already mentioned it, but what's that key that Celeste gave you?
So...
Most likely, the key to one of the dressing room lockers. Huh? And that means...
Celeste probably hid it in there.
I suppose sometimes it's easiest to miss what's right beneath your nose. Well then, we'd better go check.
Indeed.
Good idea. No more French!
Yeah. No more Hifumi for me!
Hooray!
But no more Taka.
We left the courtroom and rushed to the dressing room. As we approached the dressing room, Kyoko looked back at us and said,
I'm going to go on alone from here. Everyone else head to the dining hall. I'll check with you later.
Why exactly are you going alone?
So...
Do you even have to ask?
Yeah, good point.
As she spoke, she glanced quickly at the surveillance camera.
That's not what I mean. Why you? There's still the risk of a spy, you know.
Then I'll go too.
You?
Please, let me go!
Standing here arguing is just going to draw more attention to us. Do whatever you want.
Thank you, Byakuya.
Then it's up to you now.
I'm gonna go to the dining hall, okay?
Poor guy! Ugh! Huh? So, Makoto and Kyoko are gonna go together? Does that mean what I think it means? Good luck, Makoto. Girls like her are total pushovers when you show a little backbone.
I tried to forget what Hina said. Everyone
No.
headed to the dining hall, leaving me and Kyoko there alone.
Shall we go?
Well, shall we go?
Am I about to have my first kiss with a girl?
So then...
We need to get into that locker.
Kyoko took the key Celeste had given her and unlocked the locker. And as the locker swung open, we saw...
Good morning. It's been a while, hasn't it? Oh, it's safe, thank goodness.
Oh shit, how do I still not... I keep fucking forgetting.
I'd never heard Kyoko sound so relieved. It was like she was speaking from the bottom of her heart.
I did just what Celeste asked. I didn't say a word. I stayed quiet the entire time. Oh, and I think I might be able to open the last set of files soon. Maybe as early as tomorrow. I'm doing my best, so please wait just a while longer. So, now we can officially say the case is closed.
As far as this incident is concerned, sure, but... Can we take a second? Since we have this opportunity, I want you to be honest with me. Kyoko, please tell me, what are you trying to do all on your own here at the school?
Is that why you wanted to come here with me?
However...
Regardless, that's not something you need to know right now.
I don't need to know.
It's on a need-to-know basis, and the people that need to know are the need-to-knowing and the knowing of needing.
I thought you liked me. That just makes me even more worried.
Worried?
Like what happened during the investigation this time. You disappeared and we didn't see you again. Without warning, without explanation. When you do that...
It's only natural that they think I'm the mastermind spy, right? And you too.
No! I believe in you.
You believe in me?
Isn't it obvious? People believe in their friends, right? That's why I want you to tell me. And I want you to believe in me too. Because we're friends.
I understand.
Power of the Keyblade.
Truly is.
It's true.
Then, maybe I can believe in you. Just a little bit more.
Then...
That's fine.
Fine, I'll tell you. I'll tell you why I've been disappearing and where I've been going. You see...
Next time on Danganronpa.
What I heard from Kyoko then was... Well, frankly, it kind of blew my mind. Right after I told Kyoko I believe in her, she told me a story that was, well, almost unbelievable. I decided I had to confirm what she told me with my own 2 eyes, so I waited for nighttime to come. And when it did, I went into action. Makoto, tactical roll!
Correct.
The boys' bathroom on the 2nd floor doesn't have a surveillance camera or monitor in it. And in the storage closet there, way in the back...
She said it was way in the back of the boys' bathroom storage closet, but could Kyoko really be right about this?
There's a storage closet?
Push Y. Ding.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't realize that was what it was either until...
It's just a normal storage closet as far as I can tell with a rectangle on the back wall. The secret Kyoko told me about, could it really be hidden here? She said it was way in the back of the storage closet. But I mean, seriously? Without thinking, I placed my hand on the back of the storage closet. And suddenly, as if I were being yanked in... Gashunk!
Secret door!
At the same time as I heard that gashunk sound, I fell through the wall. I had no idea what was going on. Ba-bump! I had fallen through the back of the storage closet with a ba-bump. Huh? It turned out, the back wall was like a revolving door and I'd made my way to the other side. Just like Kyoko had said.
Correct.
Storage closet, way in the back of that closet. There's a secret room.
Yeah, I remember when we heard that 2 seconds ago.
So this is the secret room, but what's in here? A box of tissues. This must be what Kyoko wanted me to see.
Normal desk with normal drawers. Okay.
There's a bunch of files and what look like volume after volume of yearbooks. They're all covered in dust. Looking at everything, one file at the edge of the bookshelf caught my eye. Hope's Peak Academy Student Registry? This is the only thing in here not covered in dust. Has someone been looking at it recently? I slipped the file into my hand. But before I had a chance to take a look at it, a slip of paper fell out of the file and I turned my attention to it. What is this? You must not leave. That's kind of weird. I could understand if it said, like, I can't leave, but you must not leave? What is this? My head feels funny. This strange sensation. It's like deja vu. Those words. You must not leave. I've seen them somewhere before. But I can't quite remember. What do I know? What don't I know? I... A strange sound rang out through my head. It felt like it was shaking my brain back and forth. And then, darkness. I don't understand what's happening. I don't know what started it. It's all over. And with that, I opened my eyes. I didn't know how long it had been. Gah. Ow. Apparently something hit me and I lost consciousness. That's all I understood. The dull throbbing pain in my head proved that much at least. Now I don't understand! I need to check everything I can.
I hit B accidentally.
An empty bookshelf. Huh? Empty? Gone. It's all gone. The yearbooks, the student registry, and even the note that had fallen on the floor. It's all gone? What does this mean? But my brain refused to do any more work. The insistent pain in my head began to spread across the rest of my body. For now, I should go back to my room. Get some rest. My body was heavy with pain, my mind heavy with thought. I dragged myself back toward my room. Somehow I made it back to the first floor of the school. Ugh. The farther I walked, the more I felt. Things are getting blurry. Can't see in front of me. I couldn't stop myself from collapsing right there. And after that... Huh? As if from a vast distance, I heard a sound. It was faint but undeniable. That sound. It's coming from the gym? As I desperately hauled my shaky frame toward the gym, the sound got stronger and stronger. What's going on? It can't be nothing. Here in the gym? I didn't make a sound as I opened the door to the gym. The sounds coming from inside, meanwhile, only intensified that much more. Well.
Okay.
Before me, there raged a battle beyond anything humanly possible. No. One side's not human, that's for sure, but regardless, I couldn't stop staring. I forgot to move or even breathe.
Why, you? What do you think you're doing? I asked you a question. What's the meaning of this? How dare you defy me? This wasn't part of the deal.
The deal?
I've made a decision. I will no longer retreat, no longer compromise, no longer regret. I've made my decision. I'm going to resist you.
Okay, but you do realize what will happen if you go through with this, right? You haven't forgotten, have you? What I'm holding hostage?
What am I looking at? What am I hearing? A hostage? Then, could it be? The mastermind spy is...
And that's gonna do it for tonight.
Well, now.
Any thoughts, any theories, any ideas, any concepts?
Whoo boy.
Let's just fucking...
Yeah. Man.
A lot of stuff happening, huh?
Mm-hmm. I think this is giving credence to my theory that their memories were fucked with. That they came to school, did school stuff, or something has messed with their memories and they can't figure. Like, that's what Kyoko meant. What did you do to my body? And it's like, what did you do that made this whole situation occur? Damn.
Well, you know what I gotta hit that with? Is an interesting no comment.
Damn, it's almost 1 a.m. We finished chapter 3, so thank you for sticking with us.
Next time, we will learn more about Sakura's situation.
Mm-hmm.
Probably get to explore more of the school.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we'll learn a little more about who clonked Makoto.
Yeah.
Poor Makoto, by the way. Like, the description of the the sound ringing out in his head and everything being like muffled is like woof.
Yeah.
He really got.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for watching.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking around.
Mm-hmm. It's a long one, but we did it. We got through the investigation.
It was a late start too.
Yeah, we did start late.
Yeah.
Because we had to go to the store.
We had to go to the store and have dinner and do human activities
Other than
that
gaming,
humans do
which is
that aren't
trash.
gaming. Humans don't play Danganronpa, but no one would do that.